We tryna get you old now, viral online.
Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kids. Break generational suffering. Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men,
Not bury boys.
not bury boys.
Truth over lies.
Another young life lost to street violence. This ain't entertainment. This is an invention. If the truth hurt your feelings, it probably needed to be said.
Yeah, truth over lies. We don't glorify pain. After streets, tryna break them chains. Quarter zip mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk. Truth over lies, this real, no cap. No crash outs, no throwaway stats. OG's back, put order in place. Say to you, after streets, after case, yeah. I seen talent die for Instagram stare. YNs chasing clout, no plan, no prayer. Street code outdated, nobody wins. Same block, same cycle, same pen. They selling dreams, but it's really a trap. Labels love bodies, they don't love blacks. We need leaders, not shooters with aim. Need fathers in homes, not candles and names. Quarter zip weather, modern legacy. Talk money, discipline, equity. I ain't judging, I'm correcting course. Truth hit hard, but it's safe. Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. After streets, tryna break them chains. Quarter zip mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk. Over lies, we don't glorify pain. After streets, tryna break them chains. Quarter zip mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk. OG talk, put a chair, sit down. Ain't no honor in a jailhouse gown. They told you drill was the way to shine. But the real killer's time and fine. They cheering when you crash out young. Then forget your name when the sentence come. We ain't anti-culture, we anti-death. Anti-mama crying, anti-breath, last left. You wanna be a man, build something real. Stocks, trade, skill set, something you can feel. After streets ain't hate, it's level spine. We tryna get you old, not viral online. Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. After streets, we need you here. Quarter zip vision, future focus kings. Break generational suffering. Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. After streets, we need you here. Quarter zip vision, future focus kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men, not bury boys.
Truth over lies.
Truth over lies. Truth over lies.
We see through the disguise. They keep us distracted while the world's on a fire.
Truth over lies.
Global gangs ain't playing. If we don't stay focused, we'll never get our land. They talk world peace, while they loading the weapons. Same script, different villains, same global direction. US pointing fingers that is well on screen, but the real war invisible, messing with minds of the people we seen. They say pick a side, red or blue, while the money keep printing and the truth stay new. Black folks caught in the middle of a chessboard. for pain. Entertainment, distractions keep us arguing all day. They don't want unity, they want noise. They don't want leaders, they want angry boys. Scrolling, debating, beefing online. While rapper per action get better in the headline.
Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we'll keep falling for the rules.
Truth over lies.
Same empire, new face, so distracted people. Never win the race. They weaponize conflict, divide the globe.
Sanction, invasion, money controls. But tell black America to stay entertained while generational path never got reclaimed. Reparations ain't charity, it's a debt. Stolen labor, stolen land, don't forget. They want us beefing over nonsense and cloud. While the real conversation never comes out. Peace ain't possible without truth involved. You can heal a wound you refuse to resolve. So we stand locked in, eyes wide open. No distractions, we decoding what's spoken. Focus, they want us blind, unfocused, focus. We too young to be hopeless. No more smoke screens, no more circus shows. Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we keep falling for the rules. Same empire, new face, the distracted people. Never win a race.
Truth over lies.
Mr. Walker. Truth over lies. World politics. Lack of focus. No distractions.
Another young life lost to street violence. Yeah, this ain't entertainment, this is intervention. If the truth hurts your feelings, it probably need to be said.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets trying to break them chains. Quarters in mindset, grown men talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets trying to break them chains. Quarters in mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, this real, no cap, no cap, no crash outs, no throwaway stats, waste that. OG's back, put order in place. Say to you, left the streets, left the cage.
Yeah, I seen talent die for an Instagram stare. Wine chasing clout, no plan, no prayer. Street code outdated, nobody wins. Same block, same cycle, same pens. They selling dreams, but it's really a trap. Labels love bodies, they don't love blacks. We need leaders, not shooters with aim. Need fathers and homes, not candles and names. Quarter zip weather, mind on legacy. Talk money, discipline, equity. I ain't judging, I'm correcting course. Truth hit hard, but it save you more.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. If the streets trying to break them chains. Quarters zip mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Yeah, OG talk, pull a chair, sit down. Ain't no honor in a jailhouse gown. They told you drill was the way to shine, but the real killers is time and fines. They cheering when you crash out young, and forget your name when the sentence come. We ain't anti-culture, we anti-death. Anti-mama crying, anti-breath, last left. You wanna be a man, build something real. Stocks, trade, skill set, something you can feel. If the streets saying hate, it's love with the spine. We tryna get you old now, viral online.
Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. If the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kids. Break generational suffering. Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. If the streets we need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men,
Not bury boys.
not bury boys.
welcome. Live Tuesday, Truth Over Lies, brought to you by Cart Before the Horse Productions. How you feeling today, Mr. Walker?
Yes, sir. I am feeling freaking-tastic per usual. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, El Nug Nugs and Le Bonquishas. Welcome to Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies, in affiliation with the Bougie Negro Podcast, and also, as all you Negroes know, in association with Ain't No Fun Once the Rabbits Got the Gun Entertainment. What's going on with you this fine Truth Over Lies Tuesday?
In the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
Welcome in. Truth Over Lies family. Also, Cart Before the Horse family. We are simulcasting tonight. So no matter what channel you're watching on, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
There you go. No matter where you at, should be on both of them. Whether or not you're on both channels or not, come one, come all. This fine March 3rd, 2026, Gavin X and I are very much still in the mix, reporting live to you jive chickens with Truth Over Lies. A lot to talk about, a lot going on. The world is in an uproar, huh?
That part. So yeah, there's a lot going on, like you said, with wars and whatnot, but we steering away from that tonight. As y'all see in the title, we talking about, are we financially broke or spiritually broken? So it's a lot going on with Black folk. I think all that stuff, that's a distraction. That whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but we need to stay woke.
Woo, Miss X, talk about it. God grant us the serenity to accept the things that we can change and to accept the things we can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, whatever they doing over there with their big old bombs and stuff, can't do nothing about it. But both of them, Mr. X, spiritually, financially, I truly believe that is the basis of our problems. A spiritual and financial disconnection.
Part. So we're going to get into it. We got a lot to talk about. Got a bunch of topics we going to hit here. Y'all see Umar on the thumbnail, holding them J's. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So
what's up, Umar? What's up? Umar got J's. He got a Jordan collection. Let me find out. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is into the Jordan culture. I'd be daggone. I want to see what this is about.
Man. And shout out to Frederick Howard. Come through gifting a membership.
Always coming through. Typically first. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother Frederick. And salute to our freedom riding sister, Ebony Dean. Sponsored the show with 25 in the Cash App. He says, it's Truth Over Lies Tuesday. Let's go. Salute SBC Nation.
Yes, ma'am. And Sister Ebony Dean, please make sure you check out the Patreon show that I botched yesterday. Sorry to everybody that tried to catch it. I swear, I think I was cooking up something. I touched on Black Wall Street. Check it out, sister, man. It was gonna be dope. I'll do better next time.
That part. Nonetheless, y'all know we got a crazy show lined up. So
did you know that your support can change everything? If you enjoy the content we create and want to see more, there's a simple way to make a huge impact. Liking this video helps it reach more people just like you. Every thumbs up sends a message that you want to see more of this content. And sharing, that's where the magic happens. When you share this video with your friends, you're not just spreading the word. You're building a community of like-minded individuals who can join us on this journey. But wait, there's more. Subscribing to the channel is your ticket to never missing out on our latest videos. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. And I can't thank you enough for being part of this amazing community. If you're feeling extra generous and want to support the channel even further, consider sending a Cash App or using Super Chats during our live streams. Every contribution, no matter how small, helps us create better content and bring you even more exciting videos. So, what are you waiting for? Like, share, subscribe, and let's grow this community together. Your support means the world to us, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Let's make it happen together.
Shout out to AI Mika. Shout out to AI.
Shout out. And shout out to Frederick Howard. Come back, says, I'm ninja watching from work. Hit the like button.
Appreciate you, brother. Work safely.
So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start right out with Umar. We ain't going to waste much time. We got an Umar update. All right. And the Jays is a whole nother situation. Most of y'all know. But we're going to start with Umar. So here we go. Hit the like button, ninjas. This is the FDMG Academy.
Is that him in the middle? Is that? I never see. Is that a portrait? Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, I think the Haitian brother, and then you got Dr. Umar in the middle talking about donations.
Yes.
Great news about FDMG Academy.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, a.k.a. Nana Payena, from your school.
Fuck is you talking about?
Fuck is you talking about?
Y'all know I try to give him a chance, but goodness gracious, brother. What the hell?
Huh? You don't like that? Prince Matunde, Kala Kazam, Baba Gazoo. What does it all mean, my man? It's the self-aggrandizing for me. I keep saying this triggers me. We must allow our respected peers and elders to nickname us these, to give us these titles, to give us these terms of endearment. We can't do it to ourselves. We'll call ourselves anything. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. Shit.
Great news about FDMG Academy.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, a.k.a. Nana Payena, from your school, my school, our school, the most honorable Frederick Douglass, and the right excellent, most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey.
A certificate of occupancy test in Wilmington, Delaware includes a full inspection of your building's safety system. Specifically, inspectors review zoning approval, structural integrity, plumbing systems.
Hit the fountain, Sharon, hit the fountain. You can turn that off. Flush your toilet for me one time.
I'm gonna use my foot on.
Go ahead. That's clean. You ain't gotta use your foot. That's new.
Okay.
And the soap is working. Put some soap
Listen, here we are, folks.
on your hands. See? Wash your hands off. They think we playing games around here.
All right. Y'all know a couple weeks ago, he was talking about getting the occupancy inspection. I don't know if he passed or what, but listen, we getting closer. Donations. All right, where the haters at? Bring the haters to the front.
I think IB's one of them. We know too much. Like, we inside. You know what? Let me woosah. Let me take away my emotions. There's a little bit of emotions there because I feel like I've been lied to just like y'all. But we inside. We inside. I never seen it inside. Progress is progress. If someone comes and jams a blade into you back 6 inches and they slowly take it out 2 inches, that's progress. And then in your back 6 inches, now it's only in about 4. You feel better? I don't. All right. I need to see more.
They think we playing games around here.
HVAC.
Some people talk, some people work. See, it's about institutions for me. Welcome to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence. We having an HVAC party today. Say goodbye to the old HVAC unit. Say goodbye to the old HVAC unit. Brothers and sisters, do you see the sun rising behind the HVAC? Do you see the sun rising behind the old HVAC? Do you see the sun rising behind the old HVAC? It's a new day, brothers and sisters. It's a new day. The old HVAC is leaving. It's a new day. FDMG has just turned the page. Say goodbye to the old HVAC, brothers and sisters. This is King Kong. This is King Kong consciousness, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Say goodbye to the old HVAC.
And ventilation, electrical systems, fire safety equipment, and occupancy load limits to ensure the school meets all local building and safety codes.
Before this month is out, brothers and sisters, we will be applying for our certificate of occupancy, brothers and sisters. That's right. It's time for the final inspections. It's time for the final inspection.
Here's the thing, man. If he just stepped aside, this could be a wonderful thing. He's such an a-hole at this point. People just don't want to be aligned with you, Umar. Because I can put people aside and see, the visions of things. I'm thinking about the school and the kids. He just needs to step aside. You carried it long enough. Pass the torch. All right, it's the relay. Pass the baton. This ain't you don't get to run the marathon by yourself.
Boo Jav. Listen here, amen. But here's the thing, shout out to Mr. X putting on display. Dr. Umar is not down for the FBA movement, foundational Black American. He thinks it's hogwash. So that's my thing. I believe and feel that as FBA foundational Black Americans, we need a foundation. We need it. And folks are mad that we are finally identifying it, putting words to it, and it's starting to make sense. So I don't know. I need to see some results, Dr. Umar. What you about, brother? I'm confused today.
Of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, it is time for the final building inspections, brothers and sisters. We are here. The time has come. Yes, brothers and sisters. I'm going to get me some "Where to School At" t-shirts, since that's what the haters who don't build institutions keep asking. Where to school at? I'm going to get some "Where to School At" t-shirts. I'm going to get some "Where to School At" t-shirts, brothers and sisters. Where are my FDMG donors at? Make some noise. Where are my FDMG donors at? Make some noise.
What is he doing?
Where are my FDMG donors at? Make some noise. Who been standing with us since 2014 when we took the first donation in St. Louis? Who been standing with us since 2014 when we took the first donation in St. Louis? Who been standing with us since 2015? Who been standing with us since 2016?
12 years?
Who been standing with us since 2017? Who been standing with us since 2018, 2019? Who been standing with us since COVID 2020? Who been standing with us since 2021? What about 2022? What about 2023? What about 2024?
Keep going.
Man.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
More. I mean, my God, brother. Just open the school already. 12 years, this ain't like a badge of honor. Like I said, two things is true, because Umar is broken dusty. So for a broken dusty man to open a school, granted. But it's nothing to brag about, brother. Just open it, show us.
If Dr. Umar was a more wholesome, we're going to talk about a more fit person, because he seemed like he got a bit gluttonous over this 12-year journey. I watched the ninja gain weight. I don't appreciate it for multiple reasons. He needs to be more like the OG from Sinners, humble, tall, with some gravitas. What's the brother's name? Lando, the OG, man, something like that. Just a wholesome brother, the dad from Crooklyn. But you up here with your bravado and your ego up front, and you out here 12 years a scammer, not 12 years a slave, 12 years of fraud, man. Show us please show us 12 years of progress.
What about 2025? And who just now coming to the train late, but we still welcome you? Who just now coming to the FDMG train late, but we still welcome you in 2026, brothers and sisters? Who's still coming to the FDMG train late, but we still welcome you in 2026, brothers and sisters? Put the year that you started donating to FDMG. Let me see some years. The first year was 2014. The current year is 2026. Put the year you started donating to FDMG. If you still donate, I only want to talk to people still donating. If you jumped off the train because the YouTubian struggle streamers got inside your head, you let the cyber thoughts, you let these dusty cyber thoughts get inside your head.
This is a problem.
I'm talking about if you still donating, hit the PayPal. They talk that shit, but we ready now, baby. We ready now. Put up or shut up. Where the school at? Where your school at? That's what I want to know. Where your school at? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Where your school at? Stop worrying about where our school at. Where your school at? Because last time I checked, I'm the only one in the conscious community building a relevant institution. Last time I checked, I'm the only one in the conscious community building a relevant institution, and I'm the #1 black scholar on the planet, and I'm the most requested black scholar on the planet, and I'm the most influential black school psychologist of all time.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
You a liar.
That's a lie. So this is just Umar. He flexing. He's similar to anybody else, to Anton's or anybody. You know, I think he purposely does some of the stuff he do to keep his name in the algorithm. I mean, he's a creator like anybody else. This is how he gets paid, you know, making appearances and doing all that type of stuff. So I think a lot of it is just to bait folks, and he does a good job at it. Like I said, I don't keep up with him, but I see y'all be raging on him.
You can, from what I'm observing, as far as him getting results with his antics, you can't have it both ways. You cannot be on both sides of the fence. You can't be some what he's trying to be, can't be some outstanding freedom riding, sacrificial man down for the cause, for the advancement of colored folks. But then you want to come up here getting into modern day rage baiting on the YouTube. Like, two things come on, man. What did Brother Dick Gregory say? Entertainers can't be leaders. Like, you can't come up here, meaning you can't come up here being a puppet, feeding into the madness just for some twos and fews, and think you still can lead folks. This is bull jive, man. Be more humble, Umar. It'll go a long way.
That part. And Omni says Umar is a fraud. He only owns the sidewalk.
He's salting that sidewalk like some chicken.
And I'm the #1 black university guest lecturer of all time. So if I can build an institution, if I got time to build an institution, and I'm the main fighter in the school to prison pipeline, and I'm the main fighter in the school to prison pipeline. So if I got time to build a relevant institution, what are your excuses? Ain't nobody twerking for you, family. We don't do that here, fam. Listen, no disrespect to the Zesty Brigade. No disrespect to the Zesty Brigade, but you on the wrong platform. No disrespect. Go do what you do, family. Go do what you do.
They be trolling.
If you want to clap masculine cheeks, that's your business. If you want to clap masculine cheeks, that's your business. If you want to clap masculine cheeks, that's your business. But we don't do that around here, family. To each his own. If it ain't 5'5" thick in the thighs feminine, if it ain't butter almond or butter pecan, if it ain't mixed race African vanilla, if it ain't agave, if it ain't sweet brown sugar, if it ain't hot chocolate, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. All natural Cinnabons, nothing artificial. All natural Cinnabons. If it ain't Cinnabon-licious, keep it pushing. If it ain't Cinnabon, listen, no disrespect. Do what you got to do for you. But around here, we believe in black on black love. No disrespect. No disrespect. We believe in traditional African family.
I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, creating content, making money, donations, and, you know, clapping back at the trolls. He claims that the school's open or will be open soon, and he's getting closer and closer. So this is him. He beating his chest, I guess.
And he need to stop. You listen, man, this comes from my competitive athletic background. You want to beat your chest, you must, in order to beat your chest and for folks to agree with it, you must go above and beyond folks' expectations for them to accept it. You see what I'm saying? If I'm like, I benched 1,000 pounds. Yeah, I'm beating my chest. What y'all gonna say? You see what I'm saying? But if I'm like, I finally got 150 pounds, y'all like, relax, ninja. Calm down. But this is some funny stuff. Dr. Umar be responding to the trolls is the funniest thing on YouTube, because they be sitting in wild stuff and he'll stop mid-statement and address it. The one he'll be sitting there, I am Prince Atumbe, and he'll be like, how far can you squirt? That's the funniest stuff ever.
Do what you got to do. Where are my beautiful African queens at? I ain't gave a shout out to the African queens at. Where are my beautiful Africans? Where are my sisters at? Give me some hearts and some love. Where are my sisters at out there? Where are my sisters at out there? The talk is over, brothers and sisters. It's time for us to do us. It is time for us. Somebody still got their dog shitting in front of the school. This don't make no damn sense, family. Why is your dog still shitting in front of the school? Can we do something about the dog shit?
Hell!
I think that was intentional. There's somebody who probably walked by there every day and like, go ahead, pop your squat. That's crazy. Yeah.
He's so he too easily triggered, man. You cannot be a leader like this and be so easily triggered. It's so easy to get into Dr. Umar's skin, get a reaction out of him. He gonna respond. It's the funniest stuff. Anything you do, like I'm tempted to troll him, man, but he'll block you quick
on our ground. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm putting cayenne pepper down. Please spread the word. Dr. Umar is putting cayenne pepper down all over FDMG. I'm putting cayenne pepper down. That's right. That's right. I'm going to go to the Poppy store and get five of those 5-pound cayenne pepper buckets, and I'm going to cayenne pepper FDMG. I said I'm going to cayenne pepper FDMG. So you bring your snow puppy around here if you want. You bring your snow puppy around here if you want. You bring your snow puppy around here if you want. They're going to get that cayenne blast. Keep playing with me.
And that cayenne. Get some cayenne. Go and get some antifreeze. Put it in the bowl. All that, Umar. Go ahead.
Peter, see what I'm saying? Y'all playing. Peter, shut that school down. Lickety split. Y'all see what it is? Y'all know white folks love their little puppy dogs. Y'all see the memes? They stating that what Mike Vick got into more trouble with his dog incident than the X-Files. That's wild. So yeah, that'll be the end of that. Go ahead and cayenne pepper the whole school, which is wild as heck. Go ahead and hurt all the animals. Peter gonna come shut it down.
Letting your dog shit all over the grounds. Y'all doing it on purpose. Y'all don't even clean the shit up. That's all right. I got something for your asses. We got something for you. We got something for you. I got my I Love Ghana hoodie on. I got my I Love Ghana. Oh, we going to cayenne pepper their asses, bro.
See? It's part of the problem. Well, yeah, there you go. I know Ebony Dean triggered it in the chat. Umar ain't FBA. He's Pan-African. So he gonna pander to everybody. He's like equally. Yeah, I love Ghana. Then he'd be up here with, Haitian and you name it. So here he is. Because he wants us all to move back because he in bed with them people. They just like the little hats. Just like the little hats do with the white folks and the people that be on YouTube. Y'all know the Africans do the same thing with people like Umar.
Shout out to Africa. Shout out to Africa and our African brothers, but that's not us. They have their grounding. They have their strong heritage. They can trace their ancestry back there in their villages and things like that. We FBAs, our roots are here. That's why we so aloft. Y'all keep trying to make us have roots in places where they just are not. They are not, man. Stop doing that. That is the reason. Stop trying to make us be aloft. Shout out to the FBA movement. I'm here for it. No, like we got to have our own pride, our own foundation. Everything is different. You have African spirituality, and some aspects of African spirituality don't agree with traditions that we have over here. Like there's clear differences, but Dr. Umar need to stop pandering to folks that's feeding his pockets, man.
Well, the thing is, the Africans don't even agree with each other within the continent. So, I mean, it is what it is. How you going to try to reason with folks who barely reason with each other? Like, let's just stop.
Thank you. We got, like you said in the beginning of show mistakes, we got more pressing issues we need to worry about here on this land. What the hell we going to do over there? Like, respectfully, man.
I love Ghana. Oh, we going to cayenne pepper their asses, brothers and sisters. We're going to cayenne pepper their asses because I told them to stop letting them dogs shit all over the ground. We're going to cayenne pepper. Welcome to the John Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner Gymnatorium. Where the school at? We in the school. Where the school at? We in the school.
Huh.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Listen, we in the school, man. Here we go, Umar. Listen, I'm down the middle with Umar. I can't lie. I don't like him or hate him. He just Dr. Umar. He's a clown. But if he opened a school, I'm all for it.
Same. And because we have to be. There you go. Not the burden of a man, but that's what it takes to be a man. Admit if we were wrong or maybe, had a misperception. But never is fine. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and criticize, but if he get things popping and start having field trips to, the gates of no return and really start getting some traction, I will bow down and tip my hat. That's what you must do as a man when another man is doing what he said he was going to do. But God dang, Dr. Umar, like you going on the victory parade and we ain't got one 8th grade out of here yet. We ain't got one acceptance letter from the white folks that got to give you the acceptance letter. Talk about that, Umar.
Where the school at? We in the school. Where the school at? We in the school. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. Where the school at? The school right here. Where the school at? The school right here. Stop playing with me, brothers and sisters. Stop playing games with the mission of saving our children. It ain't no games to be played.
I remember when I lost my mind. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind.
And this is it. This is typical, though. This is why no one man should have all that power. Shout out to Kanye West. Any one man try to do something, this is typically what you're going to get when you got one-man movements. All right? I mean, it's just unfortunate. You're going to have people idolizing themselves, putting pictures throughout the school when it should be about a group or unity. It's a lot of ego. That's what my thinking in the beginning. He should not be in charge of any of that. The finances, he should be, go ahead, speak about it. Go be an ambassador. But that's where it stops.
I know that look. I know that look, man. Like you said, it says too much ego, too much overzealous pride. It's too much. You must be a humble leader. I truly, truly believe that. I always practiced it. Be humble, man. Let your actions speak for you. You don't get praise when you constantly praising yourself. You see what I'm talking about? I can't sit here and give you adulations and praise. You do that to your daggone self. Hanging up pictures and stuff. A bit narcissistic. Relax, ninja. Look at it. He's serious, too.
This is wicked. And shout out to Justified Just. Says Umar is the prince of all nug nugs.
Make sure you put of all.
And come back with a super sticker. Yeah. That's that old Malcolm X, all the great philosophers over time and the riders kind of do the pose. And Umar like, look, now it's my turn. I'm the 21st century freedom rider. In some sense he is, but you are also a scammer. But I guess a lot of people have been proven, as time go on, people say things about everybody. Elijah Muhammad, you name them. So yeah, in the moment, it's thing like, but 50, 60 years go by. Umar, you just in the generation of the internet. We get information much faster. This ain't back in the day where you can cover up stuff and hide it forever.
There you go. But yeah, got nothing to add to that. There is a bit of a difference, though. Yes, true. Shout out and rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. Folks always got something to say about you, even after you pass. However, I don't think any of them was carrying on like this here. This is different. This is the modern day freedom rider, and it's showing.
Stop playing games. It ain't no games to be played. The talk is over now. We got the Orisha colors up. You see Ogun, you see Oshun, you see Yemonja, you see Shango, you see Ifa, you see Obatala, you see Eshu, you see Oya. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hit that PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit that PayPal. To all my beautiful African sisters, we got a new fundraiser. We have midnight basketball with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Sisters, $500 donation to FDMG.
What?
Get you a midnight basketball game with King Kongalicious right here.
See, this goes back to what I said earlier. This is that Anton up in them. This is that showboating. This is what they do. They rage bait, but with a tinge of seriousness. And they like you. I don't know if you believe it, go ahead. But if you think I'm joking, I'm joking. And they play these games with folks. And he come up here, this jump shot so broken. My God.
$500 donation to FD. We have midnight basketball with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Sisters.
Oh, my. Umar lefty. Umar, that jump shot broke. Oh, my. Yeah, you definitely won. Yeah, that one you called.
Yeah, he ain't got no butter on that, man. That's how as bad as my jump shot back in the day. See what we talking about? Midnight basketball. Stop playing in folks' face, man. You are trying to be dribbling balls and dribbling cheeks. Relax, my dude. You ain't gonna know what that noise is going on in that gym. You go from here and skirt, 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 skirt to relax. And you hunching, and you going about like you about to be hunching in the school. We men. Midnight basketball, all the sisters come on. You need to relax.
$500 donation to FDMG gets you a midnight basketball game with King Kongalicious right here in the John Jacques Dessalines, Nat Turner. Who want to play one-on-one with me? Where my queens at? Midnight basketball from 12 to 2, $500 donation. Put on your basketball outfit, and we're going to play one-on-one to 21. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Butter almond, butter pecan, sweet brown sugar, agave, cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh, one-on-one midnight basketball with King Kong. Let me give some of these coons something else to complain about. Let me give some of these coons something else to complain about. They know we not playing no midnight basketball, but they can't keep my name out their mouth.
There it is.
They know we not playing no midnight basketball, but they can't keep my name out their mouth, brother.
And there we go. Like I said, it's the Anton effect. So they know y'all hate them so much, y'all hang on their every word. That's why I say I try to call it down the middle with everybody, because they will play you like a puppet. Don't let them do it. Don't get your emotions evolved, whether it's love or hate. That's all the emotion. Just be like, this is just a person on the internet, and move accordingly.
That's it. He did exactly what Anton did. I gotta show you what I'm doing because I don't think y'all smart enough to catch on. So he went on about this whole midnight basketball. And here's the thing. It's believable, Umar. So you playing a wicked game. Your reputation is your reputation. Okay, you up here and you have learned how to trigger the algorithm and go viral. Granted. But where do you draw the line? What is you and what's entertainment? It's hard to tell the difference. Midnight basketball don't sound above you, you goofy ninja. So you better say it's a joke.
And shout out to Air Force Reek. He says, this is pure comedy.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So this is ridiculous.
Brothers and sisters. So that's what we doing. That's the midnight basketball. Where my sisters at? 5'5", thick in the thighs, midnight basketball. 5'5", thick in the thighs, midnight basketball. How long the game lasts? First person to 21 points. Look at the hating dude. Look at the haters. Ain't nobody gonna take your queen, fam. Breathe easy. Ain't nobody gonna take your queen, fam. The most honorable Frederick Douglass and the right excellent most honorable Marcus Garvey. Oh yes, hit your PayPal right now. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. John Jacques Dessalines and the Prophet Nat Turner. John Jacques Dessalines and the Prophet Nat Turner. John Jacques Dessalines and the Prophet Nat Turner, the two greatest black revolutionaries in the Western Hemisphere. The two greatest African revolutionaries on the Western Hemisphere, and both of their revolutions started on whose birthday? The Haitian Revolution and the Nat Turner Revolution began on whose birthday? I said the Haitian Revolution and the Nat Turner Revolution began. That's the wrong PayPal, family. That's the wrong PayPal. It's FDMG Academy. Stop the cap. It began on my birthday, August 21st. That's me right there. That's King Kong.
You were so ridiculous. I think it's more funny than anything. I don't know how y'all don't think this is absolutely hilarious. Like Air Force Rick just said, it's just pure comedy. Like, he wants to be taken serious. He's just a joke. My God. On who birthday? So you was born on a hell of a day. I guess he connecting dots. King Kong.
I know too much. I gotta be humble. I gotta find the quote because y'all not hearing me. Glory and much success to the humble leader, man. That's not you. When I started playing college ball, I had to deal with some not so humble leaders. And me and my graduation class came there and we got their tails up out of there. They sucked, respectfully. And we were humble, even though we won a lot of games, made many championships. We were humble leaders. We catered to the rookies. We made sure we were able to pass the baton. If you ask me, folks like him, they not looking to pass the baton. That become part of their scandal. What was that one prophet? He said, after him, there will be no others. The Muslim brother. I don't agree with that kind of talk. Your move, your work, your purpose may be ordained. However, you ain't that special. Relax.
Black children matter. Black women matter. Black wives matter. Black men matter. Black elders matter. Black institutions matter. Independent black schools matter, brothers and sisters. So we have gotten acquisition, renovation, rehabilitation of the school. We will be going for our final building inspections this month, God willing. And then we have 2 more stages, decorations and renovations. Are y'all ready for decorations? We've accomplished acquisition. We purchased the school. We accomplished renovations. We're ready for our final inspection. Now we got to go to decorations, brothers and sisters. We got to raise money for the decorations, the school furniture, the library books, the furniture and equipment. It's time to decorate. If you have a decoration you want to donate to the school, an African mask, an African painting, an African statue, your black book collection, text me a picture of your possible donation and I will let you know if we can use it or not. If you have a painting that you think would be beautiful in our school, if you have a statue, if you have a drum, if you got some books that you think would go nice inside of the school, text me a picture of the donation and I'll let you know if we can use it at the school. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. Sister Melanie McCullough, I can get funding. I'm not looking for funding, baby. In case you don't know who I am. I am a revolutionary Pan-Africanist, my sister. We do not take donations from other people. We solve our problems ourselves. We do not take donations from other people. We solve our problems ourselves. We do not take donations from other people. Not from the government, not from Walmart, not from Mercedes-Benz, not from...
Okay, Umar. Stop the cap. They come with a big enough check, you're going to take it. Nonetheless, now he on the decorations. So if you got something you're trying to donate, anything, hit him up.
Gavin X, you said it best. Okay, look, I understand in order for us to move forward, we got to donate times, donate resources. However, there has to be rules to this. There has to be a paper trail. And you said it best, transparency, brother. Put forth some time and effort, making some online spreadsheet on your website, whatever you got. I don't know if you got a website. I will hope you do. And let it be known where the money is being allocated to. And then folks can get on board. Let us see. But if we can sit there and see that your Uber Eats bill is higher than certain other bills, you see folks can start to rightfully ask questions. And this is the balance of being a leader. Folks have to be able to govern you. There ain't no dictatorship. Dictatorships don't work.
Man, and shout out to Black Unity. Says it's getting close to Easter. Where are all my chocolate bunny queens?
Shout out to the acid trip that is Easter. Chickens laying eggs. I mean, no, rabbits laying eggs. I'm sorry.
From the government, not from Walmart, not from Mercedes-Benz, not from Bill Gates. We don't take donations. We solve our problems ourselves. I know black people don't have a self-determination bone in our body. I know we forgot what do for self means, but the FDMG Academy is a do for self school. We are not a government-funded charter school. We are not a government-funded charter school.
Government-funded charter schools are subjected to more direct oversight than independent private schools because they receive public funding and operate under a state-approved charter. They must meet state academic performance standards, undergo regular financial audits, and follow public transparency rules. Black-funded independent schools is the way for FDMG.
Well, there we go. That guy said, as y'all heard, you know, that's a difference between a charter school and have your own private school. Anything funded by the government, they gonna have their hand in it. They gonna tell you, you know, what you should be teaching, you know, the curriculum, all that, being transparent with the books and all that type of stuff. So Umar, like I said, two things is true. If you want to teach your own curriculum, go ahead, open up a private school. Because if they fund you, they gonna have some input in what you teaching.
There you go, Miss X. You hit the nail on the head, brother. And the same thing goes with the church. Yeah, the church is the same way. That's why it seems to be so easy for these churches to be erected in these poor, impoverished communities. There's special funding for churches, for the Christian church to be specific. However, if you want that funding, there's certain things you got to preach, and they're going to make sure you do. Yes, so I get it. True, I respect that. But transparency, you ain't got to feed into, you know what I'm saying, white man's wicked games. But transparency still would be very nice.
Yeah, I think Umar, at this point, the school could have been open, but he going the wrong way. So he trying to do it all private, you know, funding it himself, no government. Because once they start sending you that bread, you ain't about to name it no Marcus Garvey, none of that. And you ain't about to be in here teaching all this African stuff. That ain't flying. They gon' no, we need you doing this if you want our money. And he would rather not, and for many other reasons, but I'm sure that's part of it.
There you go. You know, I wonder, you know, does Dr. Umar play well with others? Does he get along with his respected peers, colleagues? Do we have any? Do we still rock with those brothers from Hidden Colors? Because I believe and feel like they could have helped, but I believe Dr. Umar has a bit of an ego problem. I'm gonna look into that. It's unfortunate. In order for us to really move forward properly, we have to learn to work together.
Listen, they trying to pull something off like this, you need the big gun. So this is not a small endeavor. That's why I will tip my cap, because it's you're trying to open up a school. You need to have big bread like the guy you see holding them shoes he holding, the Michael Jordans. We're gonna get to that later in the show. Umar is in over his head. He out of his depth, but we'll see what happens.
Big time. Because Miss X, we're not just talking about him, you know, starting a business, starting anything, just any old thing from scratch. This is a school, an institution of learning. If you can get rid of ignorance and impoverished mindset, we can save ourselves. That's understood. So you're gonna have many, many struggles to come trying to get it going.
Man, until then, to the sub.
Once again.
The passengers of the doomed Titanic sub spent their last moments in total darkness looking for bioluminescent creatures out of the small window and listening to their favorite music. The new details of the 5 passengers' final moments have been revealed by the wife and mum of the father-son duo.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, diamond wade in the water. Something's gonna trouble the water. You better wade in the water. Yeah, man.
I'm rooting for Umar, man, from afar. You know, mentally, you know, I want him to win. God knows I want him to win. Just hopefully he makes some change for the better. Don't taint his legacy, because that's what I see. I ain't got no hate malice in my heart for no daggone body, but he gonna taint his legacy. I know that's the last thing that brother wants to do.
And shout out to Postman. He says, I like where this is heading tonight. Salute, Kings.
Shout out to the brother Postman.
Appreciate you, brother. Been a member 4 months. So here we go. I'm going to pull this up. This happened yesterday or over the weekend. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. His brother, they've been opening up these marathon burger joints, and they got a new store in Long Beach.
Dope. Shout out to Black
Man, I appreciate everybody coming out. I think it is the biggest grand opening we've had. Everybody, the city came out. Snoop, I told Snoop he brought the whole city out. Cordell, appreciate it. The Brothers family, not to be long with it. They were very instrumental in us even being able to get here. We had Long Beach on our map and didn't know how or where we were going to be able to do it. But teaming with them, it was like just supercharged kickstart. And I appreciate the mayor, appreciate the whole Long Beach coming out, and nothing but love. And pass the mic and once again say thank you guys so much. No, let's put your hands together for Snoop Dogg.
So that's too dope. So as y'all know, Snoop Dogg represent Long Beach, and he know the mayor. As you see the black guy there, and Snoop cool with Nipsey brother and that family. So Snoop said, I can facilitate. You want to open up a store up here? They already got, I think, 2 locations, and this is their 3rd. So he can facilitate it. I can get you in the room with the mayor and these people that run the city, and we can get this open. This is how we work together.
Awesome. You know, rest in power to the brother Nipsey. I'm one of those guilty of not knowing who that brother was until, you know, he got tragically deleted. But it's good to see folks work together. And one thing I'm acknowledging as a young 40-year-old man, folks don't really seem to really respect and love you, especially as a man, until you perish in a gruesome manner. I never seen the movement behind Nipsey even in the marathon to be this grand until he perished in gruesome fashion. But salute to folks coming together to get some achieved. Umar, take note.
Mic check, 1, 2. What up, Long Beach? I appreciate y'all for coming out, showing the love and the support. Like the family said, this is a family business right here. The Marathon family and the Brothers family has been connected for many years. You know, personally, now we're doing business together. We admire Sam for keeping the legacy alive and the whole family for being here, for welcoming us into the family.
And there we go. I'm about to say, y'all see that old picture with Snoop? So I say that goes to do more about our culture and the people. This ain't, you know, I think the people that's been rocking with him been rocking, but, you know, our culture so debaucherous sometimes we don't recognize folks until they're gone. But as you see, him and Snoop been rocking for long ago. Like Nip been, you know, rocking with a lot of folks in the industry, but he was going independent, doing it his own way. So they were suppressing him. So I think, you know, his message was not getting out to the masses until he passed away.
Hey, there you go. 100%. I never heard, I don't listen to rap, so take that disclaimer. I don't listen to too much rap, but Nipsey, like you said, not being part of no label and all that, yes, they are going to suppress you. The brother Young Dolph, my goodness, man, he rest in power. That brother he didn't talk about you know, saying selling product or being in the street all like that. I didn't realize that till he checked the report. And shout out to these brothers that dare to rap and talk about more positive things, you know. But yeah, glory to him.
To show them that they can also do the same thing. So we thank y'all for coming out. We love y'all. LBC in the house tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Come with me to the grand opening of Nipsey Hussle's restaurant in Long Beach, Marathon Burger.
Welcome to Marathon Burger in Long Beach. It's a lot of we appreciate everybody for coming out. We saw that this journey is good after the railroads, but we took Dennis, and then we made a pit stop in the valley at the Noble Park. This is supposed to be store number 3, but we're store number 4.
The line to get in the store was long AF, and I was tired and I was hot, y'all. So as I was leaving, I found this other line to get into to get food. I got in it. People started cutting. It took a long time, but we finally got our food. This is how our food came. We don't know how it's going to taste. We're going to eat that shit at the crib. Long story short, y'all, I'm tired. I had to bombard some people today, and I didn't like it, but I had to because they were cutting. All right, we took our first bite. We had cheese, pickles, ketchup, mustard, their special sauce, and some red chiles, which I've never had in a burger before.
Okay, Bonquisha, we see you. Thank you for supporting. Like you say, I mean, this was a hell of a turnout. My God. I mean, hundreds. Y'all see this line? I ain't a fan of lines myself. I wouldn't have been able to wait, but yeah, that's too dope.
I just donate. Yeah, stuff like this. We you know what we say over here. We need to support each other with the buys. Yeah, I ain't waiting in that line. That he can scratch that. I'll make a little $40 donation. That's cost towards 2 burgers. And another thing, when we are patronizing folks like this, I'm serious, man. This triggers me. We got to stop holding our people to a higher standard than we hold McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell. They will sit there because I got a little trigger. I thought she's about to start really critiquing. That's most likely fresh products. And they out here, McDonald's out here selling the big fat arch burger full of who knows what meat. Like, if it tastes good, just enjoy it and support. We got to stop, you know what I'm saying, driving the bus over top of one another just because we I don't know. But yeah, that ain't even flattering. Like, show the burger in a flattering manner. We support one another, man.
Mustard, their special sauce, and some red chiles, which I've never had in a burger before, but it was good. The fries were well seasoned. I would give the meal a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, but I'm not sure I'll be returning because an hour and a half after I left, 2 people were shot and 1 person ended up dying at the hospital, a 3rd person. Is there going to be gang activity or drama here all the time? Is it really safe for me to go? I don't know, but I'm glad I went and I had a good time while I was there.
A few moments later.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
Holy hell. That's my man Black Sam. He ducking behind the damn car. That's the store owner. All right. So something went down here. We're going to mine through this. As y'all know, y'all seen that damn crowd. You can't get too many ninjas together without there being a quote unquote ninja moment. And it's hot. It's kudakata afoot. Testosterone flowing. Yeah. Somebody crashed the hell out.
And I wasn't going to speak into it existence. I wasn't going to say it, Mr. X. When you said don't be waiting in lines, and I was like, that's a crowd of ninjas. You know, I love y'all. However, it is what it is. Shout out to the daggone Boondocks. Ninja moments are so daggone freaking real, man. We got to do better than this. It's always going to be some bull jive. Look at Black Sam. I feel you, bro.
Your drama here all the time. Is it really safe for me to go? I don't know, but I'm glad.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
Call the police. That's our problem.
I don't know if I'm stopped.
This is wicked. So it must have went down inside this parking garage. You know, they got one dude laid down, other dude come out that he don't know if he shot, which is a thing. Adrenaline flowing. I've heard a couple people who have been shot before say they did know they were shot initially. All right, then it kicked in. But initially, you know, depending on the situation, adrenaline flowing, they say, hey, I didn't even know I was hit. And then I start feeling that burn. But yeah, the thing.
Yeah, yes, it is. Shout out to Hood Memories. But yes, you know, police is there, and that's what I was saying. This is our problem. I believe that the bad of us, the nugs, the drill ninjas that want to come through and shoot up something positive, I believe they are so comfortable doing because they know we don't call the police. Thank goodness. I can't believe I'm about to say it. Thank goodness the police was there to stop more violence. That's what happened. Most likely, White Popo stopped more violence, believe it or not. What we got to say about that, huh? So we got to call it down the middle. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I don't know if I'm stopped.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired. What night that, bro?
Here's what led up to somebody getting shot and killed at Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger grand opening today. So everybody is there, celebrities, fans. It's a family-friendly event until this one gang member showed up. He's a little turned-up Crip from the 80s in Long Beach, because this is a Long Beach grand opening. He showed up and he starts dissing all the enemies that walk in. He starts tripping. He really started gangbanging, right? He's calling them out their names. He's throwing up derogatory, he's like gang signs. He's just wilding out. The enemies realized they outnumber him by a lot. They could easily crash him and get him out of there. But they went to Black Sam because they didn't really want to mess up the event. So they go over to Black Sam and they tell Black Sam, hey, this dude is being disrespectful. He's dissing, he's violating. Get him out of here because we don't want to crash him. While they talking to Black Sam, the little turned up 80 Crip got 3 homies who walk in. Now they with him. So now it's 4 80 Crips in there.
This is too much. I'm getting a headache. I mean, I get it. This is culture in California, you know, so it's different. A lot of us can't even relate to it. We would think some of this stuff would be gone. For the most part, they try to eradicate it. Shout out to Nipsey and Kendrick. Some of them guys was trying to have truce and, you know, settle some of this stuff, but it's too deeply run. Too many people have been deleted, you know, brothers, sisters, and fathers. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but yeah, some dude show up crashing out.
The tainted blood is down to the bone marrow. I realized that with violence in our community, Mr. X, at some point, somebody just got to say it's enough, or it just keeps going and going and going. But these be them old institutionalized uncles, and then that's who this is. They done showed up. They ain't got nothing going for themselves. You know, baby boy, Jody type behavior. They got nothing going on. But they older now. They probably these dudes probably was about late 30s, 40s, maybe even 50. They got nothing going for themselves. So they show up trying to live by these old war rules, sitting there set tripping, and they end up getting violent. Not surprised. But here's my thing. I often criticize folks. Y'all can't smell danger. Y'all can't tell when the Grim Reaper is walking around. When them ninjas showed up, y'all should have did. I don't know. Y'all should have really handled them quickly, because I think this could have been prevented.
Man.
Money.
And shout out to Stuntman Kareem with the 10 ball. Says, what's up, Kangs? He says, I was there at the grand opening for a brief moment trying to support and saw the lines in the crowd, and I end up eating somewhere else. I'm glad I did. All it takes is one unhinged nug.
Shout out to you, brother Kareem. Happy you stay safe. Holy cow.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! And hella enemies. Black Sam people's going on, so then Black Sam rally up his crew, and they walk over to the 80s and tell the 80s, hey, listen, we gonna escort y'all to safety, but y'all gotta go. They agree. Black Sam and his crew is escorting the 80s off the premises of the Marathon Burger. The 80s is under the assumption we getting escorted to safety. We getting escorted to our cars. Black Sam is under the assumption of y'all getting off my premises. That's it. So once they walked them across the premises of the Marathon Burger, as soon as the 80s toes crossed the line across a Marathon Burger, they got blitzed. All the enemies blitzed them. It's like 6-1. I'll be real, bro. It's like four 80s and probably like 30 or 40 enemies, man. So they squabbling. So one of the 80s pull out a gun and they start shooting. But they didn't stop making guns when they made y'all's, man. The enemies had guns too. They pulled out their pistol. A gunfight happening. Bystanders getting hit. Somebody who's with Black Sam got shot in the leg. 2 of the enemies got hit too. But the person who suffered the worst was one of the 80 Crips. He got shot and killed.
2 people were in.
Yeah. So the one dude got shot in the dome, they said, you know, and yeah, they got the, so it was a big fight, 4 on about 40, got the blazing, and I mean, this is too much. So we asked, are we broken spiritually? Absolutely. Ain't no way we should be fighting with each other about absolutely nothing.
Do y'all know what kind of mindset you have to be in to say this is premeditated? They didn't just stumble upon this. They were sitting at home. They knew this was going down. They sat at home. They conjured up demons nobody could control, drinking that drink, smoking that smoke, trauma bonding and dumping. Then they showed up to an event where folks were having a good time doing positive things, and they unleashed their damn demons onto them. Life imitating art and vice versa. And then to think about it is spiritual. Them ninjas, now they gone. It's wicked.
The worst was one of the 80 Crips. He got shot and killed.
2 people were injured, and 1 person was unalive in close proximity to the Marathon Burger Long Beach grand opening. Damn shame. And of course, mainstream media is saying that it happened at the location, but it didn't. Either way, why? Why? Instead of y'all going up there to have some good food, or better yet, to get a job and be a part of something productive in your community, you decide to go up there and kick up dust. Then y'all be the same people talking about the white man as the adversary, the white man this, the white man that. If y'all really believe that, if y'all really feel that the adversary is the one hurting the black community, why do y'all keep doing the work of the adversary?
Good point. All right. But it seems like that's a conversation folks don't ever want to have. We definitely gonna have to have it one of these days and just hash it out. But as far as this, another thing she said, the news kept saying somebody got, deleted at Marathon Burger, And like she said, it didn't happen inside but it did stem there. And these were the people, it come from there. It was a grand opening. It was what it was. But yeah, they try to give the business a black eye. It's unfortunate.
There you go. Come on, man. And you know what? I truly believe the major news sources, they would not have broadcasted this thing if it went over peaceful and all that. But since violence ensued and erupted, yeah, stamp it on everywhere. This is why we keep putting the madness on display. We got to bring back shame. We got to call it out, because if we don't, everybody else will, and it makes it look even worse.
Adversary is the one hurting the black community. Why do y'all keep doing the work of the adversary? The adversary is not our worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy. These tough turf gang beefs need to cease. They only lead to generations of multiple families being broken, keeping us bound to generational curses. Shout out to everybody pushing peace in the streets, especially the black men of the black and brown communities.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
That's what I said. That's what I said. So we can't have nice things.
What did Kevin say? We can never get too comfortable.
I mean, look at this place. Thing is, like California and Florida, when you're from up north, like especially me, anytime I see palm trees, I'm like, gotta be a nice place. All right, look, we got Chase Bank, but here's what it is. This ain't a bad place for y'all to be having ninja moments, but it can happen anywhere. I mean, it's happening downtown in Chicago, some of these expensive places, broad daylight. I mean, people don't care anymore.
It's wicked. I think some artist said that. He said, don't let the palm trees fool you. I don't know if it was Nipsey, Ice Cube. One of them said that. And because it will. Shout out to the movie Friday. That main strip in that movie where they lived, there's palm trees. It's amazing. How can you have such raging violence and palm trees, something us northern folks consider to be a sign of paradise? Tropical paradise, but now it's just tropical violence.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
That's what I said. That's what I said. So we can't have nice things.
What did Kevin say? We can never get too comfortable. Our bus? I'm not going.
Terrible, man. 5 p.m.
And my boy worked there for 20 years already. Both of my boys worked there. You know what I'm saying? And he was there too.
Yeah, so that's the aftermath. Nonetheless, started off, look how it ended. Taped off, police tape, police cars everywhere. Started off glorious. We seen Nip's brother was out here giving a speech, and Snoop Dogg and all these people, thousands of people lined up, and then ended terribly.
Too much positivity. That's why you got to get away from the cancerous folks. Look at this. I wouldn't have thought either that some old institutionalized ninja, because trust me, they were institutionalized, would have showed up to disrupt this. And look, they didn't even come into the crowd. Thank goodness they were out in the outskirts at the parking garage. They knew they weren't wanted. They came here to do what they did just to cause mayhem because they were full of mayhem. Be aware, folks. Stay frosty out there. You know, tighten up your senses to know when evil is lurking.
Man. And shout out to Sean Miller. Says, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I'll take.
It's so hard.
And shout out to Derwin, the Destroyer. Says, Ebony Dean twisted my arm.
Appreciate you, Derwin.
So here we go. As far as this, we're going to take them West Coast gangsters and put them in the pit.
Yeah, stop.
Madness. Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Yeah, rest in peace to the artists, the rappers that dare to, you know, give a more positive message. You know, again, I've referenced Young Dolph. One interview asked him, oh, you know, you be talking about selling this and doing that. He said, find one record where I talked about selling something and I give you $100,000. Yeah, go ahead. Can't. Salute to the rappers that dare to remain independent and spread a positive message.
That part. So here we go. We're going to move on to this madness here. Y'all see Umar in the thumbnail. Stay woke. Are we financially broke? We're going to ask the question because y'all see these new Jordans. That's what he holding. The J's. I guess these things have been causing pandemonium in the streets. It's income tax time. He always going to drop a pair of Jordans around this time that y'all love and cherish and got to have.
Miss me with it. Miss me. This is a triggering topic for me.
So here we go. We're going to start here. It's a lot to talk about. Hit the like button.
The mall around my area usually opens around like 11 a.m. So, yeah, this might get a little crazy down the road. Let's see what happens, man. But we're good, though. We still can get a pair. But hopefully, we're still looking for that 9.5. They say they open doors at 10. We'll see. We got about a good line here at the mall. Man, these wolf crates, I didn't know it was this serious. I guess people really, really like them because I was like really kind of surprised. But you know what? Here we are. So hopefully still get a pair. It's just wondering how many of these stores get them. I'm good though. I mean, I just need to go. And they just open up the doors, but the door I was at was at the last.
They just open up the door and these dudes coming here all blowed out wearing Crocs and sagging and just, look, I gotta go get my J's, dog. Okay. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. They don't wake up for nothing else.
Gavin. Oh my God.
You got the old white man. He like, I'm here every morning doing my laps, getting his steps in. He like, I do about 3 miles a day, and these ninjas come running through the mall during my morning walk.
Look, that listen, I've been to the mall doing no wonky hours. Yeah, me and old folks, we be doing our walking. Ain't got time for y'all young whippersnappers. That ninja, that's the first time he ran in many moons, a month full of Sundays. Ain't ran to no gym. About to pull his whole hamstring off the bizone, trying to go overpay for some foam, rubber, and polyester. The materials, man. Like, that's, shout out to Kev. Quality over quantity in that. Oh, that's suede, Mr. Walker. That's, man, my foot. That's where it come from. That come from a cow's foot. That's cow foot suede, man. Those things dry rot. Have y'all not learned enough? There is no value. There is a gimmick. For all that money y'all spend on something that's going to deteriorate or it's just garbage, it's going to fall apart under normal use, you can go buy an asset, a tool. You understand? For the same price as some shoes, you can go buy you something to protect your family, something you can pass down to your kids, something you can use as a teaching method. But this, a waste of money, if you ask me.
That part, you paying for the nostalgic, you are paying for that 23 on the shoe, the logo, and it comes down to affordability. So if you can afford them, do whatever you want. I ain't policing nobody's pockets. It attacks the impoverished because it's inexpensive enough that anybody can obtain it. So, but the people who ain't really financially stable, it will put them in such a deficit. But they like, hey, I got $250, $300, I can afford a pair. I got $250, I can do it. And go back to the hood. That's insane.
How often do these shoes come out, Mr. X? What's the frequent? How frequent?
I don't know. That'd be a good question.
Is it like every other week? I remember there was a time, Mr. X9, where there was a release at least once every 2 weeks. Come on, chat. Am I right? Maybe years ago. And Mr. X, you did this to me. You point out this math at roughly $250 a pair. These ninjas that's buying these shoes often every month. My goodness, at least every month. And then they have little special releases. My point is, you can find yourself spending upwards of $500 a month on these shoes. So every week now, easy 500, damn near 1,000. And those folks that are paying $500,000, $700,000 a month on shoes, catching the bus, they ain't even got no car. They sacrificing an extension of freedom to be a part of a cool kids club. Drives me insane.
Yes. And Brother Ryan says we need to get back to policing ourselves and not let the whites get involved. It was a good thing back then.
I agree, Ryan. I agree.
And they just opened up the doors, but the door I was at was at the last one they unlocked. Dang. It's all right. Hopefully it's not too bad. But he said it's like 50-something people. Dang. Reminds me of the old days. Woo. Oh, man. Look. So we have... And they're open for another hour, so... Man, these boot plays are serious. Super serious, guys. They sold out everywhere online too. Fucking Nike, all that. Even kid sizes. Stuff's done. And before it opens, the line got even way down that way. Dude. But there. So it's going to get kind of crazy. Hopefully we still get a pair. I think I'm in a good spot. I need to get a GS size. Freaking out right now about this. Ain't no security or none. Oh, what? What's he gonna do? He's like he's 9 as tall as me. I'm used to this around here. So if you guys didn't know, this is more like a bougie mall. This is a mall that my wife actually likes to shop at because they got like Auto, Lulu, all them, Von Moore, all that stuff. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, they're on the door already. Let's act civilized. They only had like 20 pairs. This is all the people that ended up taking L's. So we didn't get nothing. It's okay, you know?
That's wild.
Hell!
Y'all gotta be idiots. Look at all these people do back there all blowed out. I mean, looking like he got the gout. He said they only had 20 pair. You got hundreds of people out here. This how they get y'all. All right. I mean, it's like diamonds or anything else. They're gonna put a restriction on it. It make you think, oh, it's limited, a limited number. And look at this dude back here in this oversized hoodie. Come on, brother. What the hell is you doing? You should be at Planet Fitness. How you wake up this early in the morning? I bet you he stopped and got some McDonald's on the way.
Yes.
No business up in here. Worry about some shoes that you're going to be leaning on and destroy them. Like, but they had 20 pair. And then they're going to go on resale. Now, instead of $250, you got to go online and pay $700 if you want a pair.
You weigh too much, brother. Like you said, the shoe going to break down within one wear. But yeah, anytime you in the mall and you see the untucked store, you're definitely in a bougie place. Why wouldn't they come outside the store, Mr. X in chat? Why wouldn't they come outside and say, hey, We see all y'all out here. They know they only had 20 pair back there. At least 20 pair they released it today. Y'all don't get it. They could have had 100 pair back there. So why when they come out and say, hey, we only got 20 today? Because folks got instant gratification. Those folks that couldn't get them gray shoes, they got something else. It's a marketing ploy, man. And it's fail proof. They came there, they couldn't get what they want, but they got something. So anytime a store want a little influx, you know what I'm saying, increase in productivity, we gonna, release some more of our J's we got back there stockpiled. Yeah. And folks gonna come get 20 pair of J's and then they're gonna buy other shoes. It's amazing.
Man. And shout out to Air Force Reek. Says, I forgot my manners. Salute Gavin X Mr. Walker. And in the chat, he says, 2 dudes in my hometown were fighting over these shoes, tearing up the store. It's just sad.
Over it, Air Force Reek. I'm over it.
There we go.
But there. So it's going to get kind of crazy. Hopefully we still get a pair. I think I'm in a good spot. I need to get a GS size. Freaking out right now about this. Ain't no security or none. Oh, what? What's he gonna do? He's like 4. He's 9 as tall as me. I used to this around here. So if you guys didn't know, this is more like a bougie mall. This is a mall that my wife actually likes to shop at because they got like Auto, Lulu, all them, Von Moore, all that stuff. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, they're on the door already. Let's act civilized. They only had like 20 pairs. This is all the people that ended up taking L's. So,
and let's call, they only had 20 pair. Let's call it what it is. They see all these ninjas show up. Like you said, this some high-end mall they got no business in. A lot of them employees are reserving them shoes for themselves and their friends, and they selling them, and they got people coming. It's already spoken for. So a lot of this stuff is already sold online, or they just holding on to it in the back. So, it's only 20 of them. Y'all ain't getting all these.
No, the local Big D boy, he about to stunt today. He ain't getting up early. He knows somebody directly back there, and they for sure hold his pair. He about to show up out there at late in the day. He gonna show up with his little thigh. He show up and go grab them for me, cuz. And he gonna stunt. What was once sold out, now available. I done seen it happen. Shout out to my uncles, man. I done seen them play out. There you go. They hold stuff. They got it back there. Shout out to the market. Supply and demand, baby.
So we didn't get nothing. It's okay, but I'm just gonna pick up my pair, call it a day. And everybody's out today. Look at this. There we go. We should be good. Snipes, I don't think they don't open yet? No, they must have went crazy. Just had more pairs than Nike. Because we got the ticket. Let's go. Almost out the door. Look, I got the ticket, but man, this shit's crazy. My bad.
I ain't stressed at all. I'm in a good mood.
All right, good.
I'm trying to get you out there.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to get up out of here too. Can I use this?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on my computer to unfreeze.
And that's what I'm saying. So people like him, they're like preferred members. A lot of people already bought theirs. They ain't, like you said, people like, they only got 20 pair. He like, mine's is in there. I got a ticket. This is Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. I've seen people on Facebook talk about this stuff. Y'all got y'all tickets? I got a ticket. So I'm a preferred member on the Nike site, and I'm signed. I'm a member. All right, I'm paying towards this extra, and I'm going to get mine.
I think this is a part of my impoverished mindset that still serves me today. Shout out to my father-in-law. I can't indulge in something like that has no longevity. It's got to last. It's got to last with normal to moderate wear, and ain't nothing about that shoe gonna last. I've said it before. I like a nice Italian, leather shoe. You know what I mean? I forget the brand I like, but that you can pass down to your kids. You can resole that. It becomes an heirloom. These my daddy's, shoes. You ain't about to pass down no foam and compromised leather J's. Some things dry rot and fall apart. Like I can never get on board, man. Shout out to Mailbox Sports. And I know some of y'all like these J's, but I hate them.
How you been though? Good. All right. Thank you. All right, we good.
First thing's right there.
All right, appreciate it. Oh, what up, fam? What you been up to?
What's your email? Oh, you got.
I got the little thing. Can I guess?
I need the look.
Use this. Okay. Appreciate you. All right, thank you. My goodness. It was a day, y'all. Oh my goodness. Lines was crazy. At least no one got in a fight or anything, but like today was crazy. Man, when we get back to the house, kind of reminds me of the old days in a way.
Yeah, the old days. Yeah, like I said, back in the day, they used to drop Jordans like every Saturday, many, many moons ago, but I don't think they do that anymore. But like you said, this woman here, she could be a manager or something. And if you know her, she might have 10, 15 pre-orders and charging everybody an extra 100. And she done put $1,500 in her pocket that fast. They're like, hey, Bonquisha, we know the new J's come out, on September or February 22nd. Here it's January and they already know because this stuff is already, they breadcrumb y'all with advertisements. These is coming out next month. Save your money. It's coming.
And I get it. I understand the allure of the shoe. It's a social thing. Grew up with it. One of the reasons why I hate Jay's trauma, growing up as a poor kid, having to go to Payless and get 2 pair of shoes for $20, both pair a black pair of boots and a black pair of tennis shoes. But the cool kids wearing the J's, you're more accepted. And I despise the superficial aspect of it. It serves nobody. And growing up how we grew up, it's a whole bunch of poor, impoverished folks that sit here buying stuff they can't afford. That's why I don't like the culture. It's wicked to me.
Yes. So, people love their J's, as y'all can see. We got plenty more to talk about here, but yeah, me, myself, I'm not materialistic at all. I think J's is at the top of my list of things I don't like. Definitely up there, but yeah, I don't like anything. Jewelry, you name it. I'm like Ernest. Give me a hat, give me my hat. If I could wear the same thing every day, I would, but my wife won't let me.
There you go. Gotta have balance, Mr. X. I love that about you, brother. You ain't about to spend money you ain't got to. I definitely learned from you. At the same time, there's certain aspects we got to appeal to, especially when it comes to the ladies. They like to look at things, I find out.
Ooh, these joints is nasty. We have no other than the Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grays, scheduled to release February the 28th for a retail tag of $220. And I'm not gonna lie, we might be in for another rude awakening, just like we seen with the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined. This shoe has already been making a statement, making its way around the sneak community, and even reselling for almost $350 already. I think it's safe to say it's gonna be a lot of people out trying to snag a pair of these things. I'm loving the all translucent outsoles, the sleek 2-3 on the side. This is an overall well executed Air Jordan 5 in my opinion. You guys let me know in the comment section if you will be trying to snag and secure a pair of the Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grays, February the 28th.
There you go. He said they're already up to $350, and the price just keep going up. And that's if you locked in with somebody. But, if you just desperate, I see there's a thing going on right now where the resale value, I'm see if I could pull this up. I think it was like $1,000. These young boys in the hood. So I guess it's different prices, right? But in the hood, they reselling men's $1,000, grade school $750, preschool $500, toddlers $350. These young boys are going viral. They bought a bunch of Jordans somehow. I don't know if they're real. There you go. You don't know if this stuff is authentic or what.
You know what? This side of the game, I don't have any pushback for. I ain't got no smoke for these brothers. If you can make it into a market, but man, you gotta have thousands of dollars to go ahead and buy these shoes, and now you're about to $1,000 to buy them and resell them. But that's the thing. The demand is so high, they will sell every shoe as long as they real.
And there you go. And shout out to Baba T. Baba T was up here. He said he get his Jordans from China. He was telling us months ago. He order them. He get these for $60. That's more of my speed. If I was to do something like this, I would do it online and get them for like $70. And the Jordan would be doing a layup instead of a dunk. But I wouldn't care. And that 23 would be like 39. But who cares?
Absolutely not. Please, sex, don't do that. We can do something else. Yeah. I can't even think. That's wild work. Got a nut guy 63 on the side of the shoe.
Yes, that's always been me. I'm counterculture. You know, I would do it just for that, just to piss people off. That's always been my thing. So, yeah, anything y'all don't like, I love it.
that I do. That I do like. I like rebel with a cause. I can respect it.
And shout out to Divine. Says companies like Nike are using fear of missing out. Then out of nowhere, restocking the shoe, bringing down the resale value.
Divine, you hitting the nail on the head. It's all a gimmick, brother.
Man.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So here we go.
Hey, overwhoop. Bro, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
You gonna get out they way.
That is crazy. They are not playing over these shoes. That's tough.
Running.
Look at this. The babies, they're waking up in the morning. And like you say, 80, 90% of these people going to walk out empty-handed. But they're going to be able to go live and say they were there. I was there when them Jordans dropped. It's a moment in history. They can tell their grandkids when them Jordan 5 cool grays or whatever they call drop. You know, we was out there. I didn't get a pair, but we stood in line for 3 hours.
They will. And this is also a social event too. I'm realizing you see the folks, they showing up with they Evisu jackets and fuzzy boots on. This is a preliminary to the weekend hunching. It's a whole social deal, man. And shout out to folks waiting in line for these things. I only waited in line one time, and it wasn't for no shoe. It was for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Me and the rest of them white boys in that parking lot, they was out there playing hacky sack. And we got our daggone video game. Only time I ever waited in line for any product, for the most part.
That ain't right. That shit ain't right. Y'all ain't right. That shit ain't right. You know it's right. This is your job. This is your job. Who? Y'all. Police in class.
Overshoot.
I said it's all y'all. Did that bad? Let the police pick. Man, y'all let him pick. Y'all let him pick. Bring the people. You been right here first. You let him pick. You let him pick. You the boss. You the boss. That ain't how you want to be.
Let me out.
So look at this. The people inside the store are held hostage. You know, people out there like, let us in, and they telling them ain't no more. They got armed security at a lot of these places. And all the ones we've seen so far, it's been security on deck. And yeah, they had to let the thing down and say, hey. And now the folks that bought shoes trying to get out. Then you got to make it to the parking lot without getting mugged. Huh.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Yeah, tell that part. I was going to say that about the white dude walking through that mall all willy-nilly. First, it starts off, here you go. You got to know when danger's afoot. That person that walk up to you, like, hey, how much you pay? You pay $250 for them? I got $350. That you might want to seriously consider giving them shoes up, because it's going to go from offering bread to following you to your car. Then it gets wonky. Why they outside waiting? Because we touched on it. They know it's shoes back there. They know too much. The brother in the gray probably know his uncle coming later on to get his pair. They're like, no, y'all keep saying it's 20. I know it's more than 20, but it ain't for you, ninja.
Let me out.
I don't care. I'm not talking to nobody. I don't care how you feel. She said she's not selling. That shit way better.
She got her taser in hand. I don't know if y'all seen that. That cop is standing there. Her taser is in her hand.
That shit way.
He said, F around and find out. He said, I ain't talking to none of y'all. They like, let's talk. We need. She's like, I'm not talking. If y'all step in this store, you getting zapped. And if the zap don't work, you catching something hot.
Is it worth it? Again, over rubber, foam, polyester, and cheap pleather. Is it really worth it? The answer is no.
Man. And shout out to the brother Petty Sama, come through gifting 10 channel memberships.
Always coming through with big support. And right now is the best time to be a member. Make sure y'all thank Petty Sama for his gifts.
Come on, just bring it. I need you to stand up while y'all not moving. Come on. Don't make me push. Don't make me push. Thank you, sir. There go money. She's touching you. Where they get that money? Where they get that money? I can see money from a long ways.
Elder Gregory Kelly,
That's right. Come on.
$100.
Everybody get something in your hand. Come on and put it right here.
Elder Petty Sama, 10 memberships.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And Divine Photos says, what people don't grasp, Nike never sells out.
Ever, never, ever. How could they? The product is cheap. It ain't like it's rare. It's not like it's not diamonds. This ain't gold. They 3D print these gold shoes if they wanted to.
And there you go. And Nike owns the brand, the Jordan brand at this point, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jordan just, he done been bought out and get whatever he get, his royalties, but it ain't like every time you spend $250, Jordan getting 200 of it. No, Nike's getting a majority. He's being exploited at this point for his likeness. Yeah. But he making out like a fat rat with cheese, but they getting the majority.
Vast majority, big time. Shout out to the rich and wealthy.
Man, I'm seeing all these people going crazy over these damn Jordans, Louisiana, everywhere. Y'all tripping, them bitches is ugly.
I stood in line at Nike all morning to get the Jordan 5 Wolf Grays. Is crazy.
30 in the morning. And it's what?
Hold on. It's what?
Bro, it's 8:30.
8:30 in the morning. And they out here with lawn chairs.
In the morning. And this line long as I don't know what. This is crazy. Dang. Okay. They lined up for these wolves.
What else do we get up for this early? Besides Jordans or maybe a kid sporting event? Like, this is sickening. Are we participating like this in the school, in the community? My God. Just for everybody to go buy some Jordans, and then later in the night, they all gonna be in the bar and everybody gonna have on the same shoes, looking like robots. It's getting real dystopian. They all gonna have on the same thing. Everybody got on the new J's and whatever the case.
Maybe it's my shame. We talk about voting and things like that. It's another reason why I can't find myself going out and waiting in line like this. Because just to be honest, this is me. If I'm not going to go out, stand in line to vote, I'm not standing in line for no plastic rubber shoe. That's how my shame is set up. You see, I would be embarrassed if I was standing there by the Peloton store and some lily white lady went there to get her leggings. It's like, hey, y'all out here, for these shoes, do you vote? I would about hang my head in shame. Like, no, I don't vote, but I'm here buying these damn shoes. Y'all don't feel that way. Y'all don't have like shame. Like, because I guarantee ain't none of these ninjas ever voted, stood outside for anything positive other than trying to, get some coup de cat or something.
Man. And shout out to Baba T. He says, good evening, brothers and family. He says the price is $25. Same shoe. Remember, they're made in a sweatshop for pennies on the dollar.
Yes, they are. They've shown us. It would be nice if they could just really get some of the symbols right, though. Then I might try.
And they showed us everything at this point. That's why, I've never been a consumer, but they are during last year when China exposed Louis Vuitton and Gucci. All this stuff has been exposed. It's all inexpensive. We are paying for labels and branding. That is it. There is nothing on this earth that is expensive. They only put their own price on it what do we deem expensive. So we drive the prices up. This stuff ain't made out of something that, no, it's cheap. And like I said, say Gucci on it, or it got Jordan, or whatever the case. And, that's where the value is.
Here's the thing now. It's not necessarily cheap, Mr. X. Like they showed the process of making the purses. Let's talk about the purses, the leather, maybe silk lining. The materials aren't cheap, but China, if you buy wholesale, they're like, we're not putting our meds on here. And so you get that discount. You don't have to pay for the name, but the leather, the silk lining, things like that, maybe even the high quality hardware, that's what is quality over name and quantity. So they showed us that you can get the same quality product, but you don't get the gravitas of a name.
And shout out to Divine. He says, I think we got that one. BY says, wait until y'all find out about these Rick Owens and Prada sneaker prices. These designer sneakers start at over 500.
I don't care nothing about it. BY, it's crazy.
Okay. Lined up. What's up? I'm gonna try to. That ain't a line long. Look at this. What? I'm telling you, if you ain't outside for these book grades today, I don't know what you want for real. Let's go. Okay. We still in this line, and we pending in this line online. Look at this call down. Come on, you better help me get these. What the freak? Okay, I got one L already. Hold on, and another L. Let's try again. Let's see what. Oh, they all gone. Ain't nothing left. Oh, we got a 10 right here. Let's try it. Oh, it must not be registered that it's a size there. They gone. But Nike opening up early. We moving. Let's go.
200 pairs of men's, half that in kids, men's, grade school, preschool, toddler. And we get one per category. Gotta have a Nike app.
All right, I'm finally getting closer to the door. It's 11:05. My freaking back hurting, and I've been standing here all day. I'm ready to go. Who else been waiting all day to get them?
I mean, he been there for 2.5 hours, 3.5 or 3 hours. Yeah, 2.5. 2.5 hours, still in line. To give somebody else my money. That's how I think about things. I don't know. I'll break it down to the amoebas. I'm like, I'm about to give you my money. Why in the hell would I stand around? My brain don't work like that. It never will. I would never.
Well,
you would have to bring them to my doorstep in order for me to spend that kind of money.
There you go. Is more service? Gav said he need a concierge. Jordan is service. I feel you, because you saying it's time, right? There is a sacrifice here. That's why. If you are at home, you're not sacrificing time for this. But they got to get in their car, fuel costs, chance to get into an accident. Like, I know what you saying, Mr. X. If you wake up in the morning and you get into a fender bender and you show up and you can't even get the shoes and you done stood in line for 2 hours, these things happen. And now you sit there at home mad as a rattlesnake. I get it. I think the same way, brother. It's got to be worth it. Is it worth it? It's an absolute no for me.
Choose. Let me know in the comment section. All right, we almost to the promised land. We inside the store. Come on now. What's the deal? All right. Bruh, well, I've been standing here since 8 o'clock this morning. What is going on in here? No, y'all be usually rolling, bro. Y'all been having stand.
And there you go. Some stores is different, I guess. The inventory. So some places like, look, we got 150 pair, 200 pair. Some places like we got 20 or whatever the case. It's not the same. So each store ain't going to have the same inventory. So as you see here, they had a lot and people been waiting all day for over 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
We got to stop being consumers. We really do. I like nice things. I like jewelry, but like Miss X said, I'm not into paying for things just to pay for them, just to be cool, paying for name brands. Do it yourself. I was joking with my wife. I said, you know what? I said, when I get older, start developing some hobbies, I might start making some things, making jewelry. I'll make y'all some purses, some nice quality leather. I charge y'all a premium. I do it.
What is going on in here? No, y'all be usually rolling, bro. Y'all been having to stand in line waiting on these all got daggone day. Who else been standing in line waiting on these shoes all day? Let me know right now. Gee, bro, this is crazy. I've been sitting up here all freaking day waiting on these shoes. It's wild. And I had to get a 10 and a half. Daggone well I can't wear no 10 and a half in these 5s. They clean though.
In these 5s, see, y'all kill me with that. Nonetheless, teachers home. Yeah, in the 5s, I wear like a 10. But if these was them 2s, I wear an 11. And if these was the 8s, then I wear a 9.5. And y'all, I don't know.
Man, he said he can't even fit them. I'm He said I can't even fit these, but I had to get them. Mr. X, man, shout out to marketing. Like, does this not make your head hurt? You went and bought something you can't even use. You sacrificed your time and energy and probably health indulging in this culture for an item you can't even use. I don't know. Call it either madness or marketing genius. I don't know.
And there you go. So some people will say people are collectors or maybe he can resell them. At what cost? So even if he paid $250, he can sell them for $350. You ain't gonna stand in line and wake up in the morning for 4 or 5 hours out my day for $100. It ain't even worth it at that. So I don't know what the nostalgia is.
Nostalgia goes along with things that are classic and timeless. Rubber and plastic and polyester can never be timeless and classic. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. No, absolutely not. It's not that. Like I said, a nice hard bottom leather shoe for you rich folks, your rich fathers out there. You buy yourself a nice pair of Louis Vuitton dress shoes. You gonna keep up with them. They look good when they wear. And when you hand them down to your kid, he gonna be happy to wear them to his first job interview or something like that. What the heck you gonna do with them J's? Like it's sunken cost. I can't make it make sense to me.
Yeah. It just is. Can't even fit them.
Get a 10 and a half. Daggone well I can't wear no 10 and a half in these 5s. They clean though. They feel like an elephant skin for real. Woo! They busting. They nice though. Super nice. Man, congrats to everybody who got them a pair this morning. Shoot, it's been a rough morning. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready to go home and lay down. Let me know in the comment section below if y'all got a pair or not, man. Let's go.
Move back. You guys gotta move back. Move back. The line's supposed to start right here. Move back. Move back. Move back. You guys gotta move back. I understand this, but nobody can be in this hallway. You gotta move back.
Look at all this consumerism.
It's disturbing, especially at a time in history when we are walking around talking about we broke. We need help. Section 8, where my food stamps? We complaining about everything, but here we are about to spend millions of dollars as a community on a pair of sneakers. It makes absolutely no sense. The amount of money they about to spend is staggering. All right, but these are the same folks who will leave out of here be complaining about the EBTs and all that type stuff. Makes no sense.
They hear about the bad things they can't afford, already wearing things they can't afford. They out here in $100, $700 Montclair bubble coats, already got J's on their feet. And you want to know why? I'm saying I don't care. I blame the women. Yep. Yes, I do. Because right now, there is a brother that is thinking with his common sense, and he knows that just because a woman will see a bonquisha, just because a bonquisha will see those on his feet, the kuda kata is his. Y'all don't get that, do y'all? These hood chicks will be in the club. They're gonna look down. He got them grays on. He get kuda kata now. That's a real freaking thing. So I get it, but it's still wicked.
It's disturbing. It is. Like you said, some of these men, they will go get this. You know, they're going to buy a whole outfit. They're going to get the shoes. They're going to get whatever the case, some true religions. And they're going to wear that outfit for maybe the next 3 to 7 days. All right. So if it's Saturday, Nug will have them. He going to have them shoes on for the next 3 weeks or however long. But that outfit he going to have on for probably no less than 48 hours. Nug going to keep that. He going to wake up all stanking like last night kuda kata, but he's still fresh.
This is why it triggers me. We spend our money too easily. I looked up, how long does the dollar stay in the black community? Roughly, the black dollar stays in the black community for 6 hours. That's how long our money stays in our hands. At best 6 hours. What does that mean? Well, in the white community, their money stays in circulation with them for 17 days. 17 days of circulation for them. And for the small hats, 20 to 30. 6 hours. When we get our money, Gavin pointed this out, it burns a hole in our pocket. It don't even stay in our community. And what does stay in our community? 2 cents, Mr. X. We spend 2 cents of every dollar in our community. Rest goes to folks that don't like us and or hate us.
Nigga, bro, chill out. Chill out. Nigga, I see what the fuck going on right here. I'm not pushing nobody.
Yo, baby, bro, you a part of the next 5. Relax.
All right, gang, I'm cool, gang. Chill.
It's over. You gotta move back.
But you just got here.
Make it a big fight.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it younger brother?
This is wonky. I mean, yeah, it's the culture. This thing caused a frenzy. All right, J's are dropped all the time, but it was something about these Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grays that just broke the internet. Y'all had to have them. So for whatever reason, these ones are causing a stir.
What is it? You know, I don't know much about J's, but I know they don't mind making the whole daggone shoe out of synthetic materials. But this one seems to have some nice suede to it. Could that be it? They actually put the majority of the shoe is a quality product, so maybe that. I'm trying to make it make sense. I want y'all to be trying to be looking for quality. I'm trying to put it in there, or maybe y'all just insane. I don't know.
No.
What's going on is Anthony.
Oh boy. Y'all know Futon had to weigh in. Y'all in trouble now.
You want to rock with me? What you see right here is people scrambling on release day for the Jordan 5 Wolf Grays. I believe it's the Jordan 5 Wolf Grays. Excuse me. I haven't really been into the whole sneaker culture for a while because I think that they had saturated it and they had messed it up pretty bad. But a lot of people are familiar with the fact that I was an avid collector. Maybe not to the point where I'm a Fat Joe or something like that, but avid collector. But what I'm trying to understand here, right, as we look at this line and all of these people, and they actually was getting into fights on release day and people standing in line in the cold all across America, is where are all of the people that were concerned about money and finances, and they saying that it's a recession outside and they can't find jobs and food stamps? Why are they outside waiting?
Got your hand up for the 5.
It's when they start trying to brawl. But after this, my sound went out. It was somebody slid on the floor in front of me. He left his keys and everything. He ain't even care. He was on the floor. He got up and took off. They was pushing each other and broke the door off the hinges. We had to come out, man.
Crazy.
Crazy.
For the grades, though. For the grades, though. I ain't gonna lie, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro got like 6, 7. All right. All right. All right. We had to go through the storm. We had to weather the storm. Like, here you go, right here. I had to post. Look, I'm going to show you. Somebody lost their shoe, boy. Somebody left their whole shoe. It was 2 of them.
This is so silly. This is so dumb to me. And this is why I don't take the culture serious. I don't take it serious when people sit here and say, oh, we don't have no money or no job prospects, or, yo, we need the Trump administration to turn back on food stamps, or my baby ain't got no food to eat and all of that, because there's lines out the door for Jordans. This is the same stuff that they was doing in the late 80s, early 90s. They were waiting outside for Jordans. Now, I know it's a whole group of resellers out there that's trying to buy a whole bunch of pairs so that they can make a little bit of money. But why are people outside lined up for sneakers when everybody is acting like they ain't got no money, they ain't got no job, that they in debt, that the economy is so bad? Okay, well, where y'all getting all of this money for Jordans?
Well, income tax season.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
It's a trap. I mean, they will drop. They always do this. They're going to drop the hottest pair of J's in the middle of, not the middle, the tip. They know y'all still got this money. They know when the money coming. So when we ask them, where's it coming from? The government. They're going to give it to you just for you to give it back. That's the overall plan. Not for you to invest it within yourselves. We about to give y'all $1 trillion just for y'all to hand it back over.
Within 6 hours. 6 hours, not even half a day. 6 hours. You get paid, you know what I'm saying, on the 1st. That's amazing. If you get paid, if every black person get paid at 12 noon by 6 p.m., all that money is gone and in a whole nother community and circulating there, creating commerce there. We get rid of it. We got to realize that. And once we do, we'll stop doing these things. It's easier said than done. I get it. We all are victims of this to some extent. That's why I'm pretty good at analyzing, you know, how marketing works, because I know what works on me. So there you go. Learn what works on you. Learn what marketing employees work on you, and you can analyze yourself and learn to make better financial decisions.
Man, and shout out to Brother Sean. He says, think about this. 20 cities selling J's, 40 stores per city at 50 pair a store at 250 equals 10 million first day dropping.
Outrageous. $10 million for what was the cost? You know, you can't even a fraction. It's crazy.
Yeah, probably 50,000 to make them all.
God, heck of an investment.
If you're getting tax returns, why are you using your tax return to go and buy sneakers when you can be investing in yourself?
You muted mistakes.
Says Chicago goes crazy for I definitely would not be standing in line in Chicago. Let's be clear. Some of these cities is an absolute no. Chicago, Detroit, Philly, some of these places. Now, if you in like Beverly Hills at some mall that got a Louis Vuitton in it, maybe.
There you go. Be standing there next to Kundra somewhere. Shout out to Mailbox Sports. No hate, brother, but yeah, ain't out there in Chicago. Absolutely not. Yeah, I would imagine that, yeah, trying to get back to your automobile with them shoes, be like storming the beaches of Normandy. I'd rather not, my baby.
Well, they just out there in the cold. This Chicago. The other places, at least they was inside climate control, inside of a mall or something. Some of these places, people just outside. Most of these people are in poverty. Like, we're going to call it what the hell it is. I don't know how you can be in poverty and afford a $250 pair of shoes, lobotomies.
They busing them to this place. Y'all see the coach bus in the background. They are They are chauffeuring these ninjas to this place to spend a not so hard earned money. Damn. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. Shout out to King Kong consciousness. We got to become conscious of what's happening right in front of our face. They won't help us do nothing, but they will find a way to get a whole damn coach bus to send y'all to spend y'all money. Who don't just trigger y'all? Like Mr. X said, like when you see things like this, don't you like, you know what? I'm just going to start going in the complete opposite way because I see where the wicked world wants us to go. I'm going the other way. If y'all like it, I hate it. I'm gonna see what the other side is like because this ish ain't working.
Got bone Quisha.
Yeah, preliminary. Cheeks will be clapped. That's what it's about. Like social. It's a social gathering. My gosh.
Yeah. Look at the bottom. They are some type of glow in the dark, you know. I don't know. I guess if you're in the shoes, like you said, to each his own, just be able to afford them. I think I got less problem with the shoe, more problem with, you know, how my people get suckered into buying these shoes when they are stuck in poverty. The mass majority, we talking about probably 80% of black folk that's buying these shoes can't afford them, period. So that's problematic.
That's it. That's my whole issue. They can't afford it. That's why I keep saying they buying stuff they can't afford. Like this ain't your lifestyle. Something like this that's so daggone coveted. I'd imagine, you know, you don't even really wear them like that. You know what I mean? Like you wear them just to get in your car, then you go somewhere where you're about to sit down all day. You ain't supposed to be walking around outside through the elements with something like this. Like you said, you got these glow in the dark, translucent gum bottoms. I don't know. I don't know. Are you supposed to keep them clean? Are they always supposed to stay presenting as new? I don't know the culture.
Yes. And we know how detrimental it is. So people say, well, why do y'all care? Because it's detrimental to our culture. It keeps us behind. People say, well, how do you know? Because we grew up around it. We grew up around people whose parents would buy them these shoes, and you would think these people were rich when really they were poor. And you didn't realize this stuff until you grown. And now you're looking at all these people who had Jordans all their life are now poor, stuck on government assistance, don't know left from right. This type of stuff keeps us asleep. We need to do away with it.
I got a vivid memory of one of my classmates stunting with his new J's. He said, yeah, you know, when my J's get a crease in them, I stop wearing them. Like he had a job and was buying them himself. No, your mama buy you them shoes. That same character today, like Mr. X said, there are no exceptions. He's still living in his mama's basement and ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. Whatever shoes he got many a crease in them. It's for not like you. This is a luxury thing, man. It ain't for everybody, not especially not the impoverished.
Hey, bitch is nice, dog. Full size runs, dog. This is insane, bro. Insane. Got the grade school. Got the little kids. Got the babies, dog. The baby joints, dog.
The babies one didn't even have the bottom. It was different. I seen that.
It's everywhere. We done been Miami. This is Miami now, Chicago, just all over the country. That's another thing. That's part of my statements as well, is that none of this stuff is ever concentrated. It's not ever in one area to where people can say, this is not the culture. This is only happening there. No, it is happening everywhere. It is contagious. It's like, how can this be sweeping the nation? It's amazing.
Because it's our culture. Our culture is indeed contagious. It's cool. It's hip. Our culture I think I've been trying to think about this. What makes our culture different is it is cool. You know, our culture, I don't know how to say it, man. Like it's hip, it's happening. I don't know what words to reach for. And that's why it's contagious. That's why everybody else likes it. Our culture is not awkward. It's smooth. We got rhythm in our spine. So we got these things that work for us, but there's other things we need to deal with as well. Shout out to the show, financial literacy, our spiritual well-being. If all that is intact, buy all the Jordans you want. But what we are saying is the vast majority of these individuals indulging in this culture here, they really can't afford it. They are robbing Peter to pay Jordan.
That part. If all the folks out there, the how do you knows, and because we are from the culture. Believe it or not, I don't know what you think you see up on these screens, but we got information from behind the wall. Believe it or not, we was once behind the wall. People like, how do y'all know? Y'all just up here talking. These are absolute facts that you hear because we simply know. Grow up around it all of our lives, still attached to it to some degree with family and stuff. You know, shout out to my sister. I'm sure my sister and my niece was probably in one of these lines, man. So don't get me started.
My sister too. We are from it. We emerged from the gunk and muck that is Project Baby poverty, my baby. Yeah, it's all. We just may not look like what we've been through. Thank God.
Republicans buy sneakers too.
Can't be worried about that. It's just he took commerce over conscience.
So there you go. This is how we're going to get into this last part. We're going to bring Michael Jordan to the front of the congregation. All right. His shoes. He says, you know, back in the 90s when there was a lot of social issues going on with black folks, he just never took part in it. He said, I'm a basketball player. I'm only here to play basketball. You know, Republicans buy Jordans. White folks like my shoes. I ain't about to make nobody mad. I like everybody that spend money on my products. So as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of our great freedom fighter brothers, who was also a legendary basketball player, says Jordan chose commerce over conscience.
Just like Anton, some of us are tainted by money. It becomes something that we worship either wholeheartedly or to a degree. Yeah, Jordan, he let it be known who he was, man. That's why he got into the NASCAR world. I heard he got his second win now. That's the culture he wants to be part of, whether it's money, whether it's white man's club. I don't know. Don't really too much care. But you got to meet folks where they at. Shout out to Brother Kareem. He was not tainted, you know what I'm saying, by commerce and money, where Jordan very much is what it is.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan pull a Sammy Sosa in his older age. Just start, man.
I'm telling you, they in these worlds. I'm not really judging. I'm just calling it out. Like, I don't know. I don't know what those money problems are like. I have no idea. And I think folks are wrong for trying to really touch on them too much. Like, I don't know what this stuff is about. I don't know what it's like juggling millions, even billions of dollars. The politics. Don't know.
And we got some super chats here.
Appreciate you, Brother Divine, always coming through. Says, as I gotten older, Jordan shoes aren't the most comfortable shoes for long walks. Okay. If you see the new generation, they are wearing Asics and New Balances. Yeah, there you go. I like the On Cloud shoes. Those is comfortable.
Money, 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 money.
Appreciate you, OG Richard, always coming through like you do. Says, Mr. Walker, this line is on North Michigan Avenue, the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. There is not a coach bus bringing people down there to shop. If you know, you know. Okay, what is it bringing folks down there to do? What's the coach bus doing?
Shout out to Richard.
Appreciate your stuff, man. Kareem says, Kangs, I will admit it. I'm partial to the bread 11s, but only on the sneaker app, and FedEx to the tilt. Says, and for the right price, I will resell. And that's the thing, brother Stuntman. Long as you can afford it, brother, indulge. Too many folks can't afford it.
There you go. Yeah, that we definitely want people to understand that bit of context. Like you say, if you are in position to afford it, I don't ever want to see y'all online, crying about food stamps or something wild or being a victim. Victims don't wear Jordans.
I said, if you catch me in a pair of J's, hopefully someday you will. Ask me for some money because I got a lot. Because if I buy some J's, I got too much money.
Oh, man.
Appreciate you, Frederick Howard. How many people have in their savings from 2024? Me, no Jordans for my feet. Pumas only. There you go. Shout out to my father. He like Pumas too. Appreciate you. Sean Miller says, my biggest issue is I can see if MJ wore the shoes on the court when he was playing. At least those are classics. But some of those shoes aren't original J's. See, then there is the purist. I could dig it.
Republicans buy sneakers too.
Can't be worried about that. It's just he took commerce over conscience.
I wasn't a politician when I was playing my sport. I was focused on my craft. It's never going to be enough for everybody. I know that. I realize that, because everybody has a preconceived idea in terms of what they think I should do and what I shouldn't do. The way that I go about my life is I set examples. If it inspires you, great. I will continue to do that. If it doesn't, then maybe I'm not the person that you should be following.
And there you go. So that's two things is true. Mike say, you definitely can't spend another man's money and count his pockets. But like you say, at the same time, you don't have to cherish him and pedestalize him. Hold him accountable. Putting this man up on a pedestal where he does not deserve to be there. Like say, if you're a basketball fan, all that, put stuff into its proper context.
And people idolize the shoe because of what I told y'all. The shoe is a status symbol. The shoe alone can get a man access to a woman's genitals. That's wild to me. It's a fact. Done heard it, seen it play out in college. He got them J's on. He can get it, and it's over. So I understand why they idolize the shoe. I ain't selling it. It's not just a shoe to the culture. It's a status symbol. And you got them shoes on, you got a 75% chance at some strange cootie-cotta. What a deal.
Inspires you? Great. When they think of Michael Jordan, I don't want them to think that he's black or white. I want them to think of him as a person. It was reported that Mike.
You see what I'm saying? This is Mike. This is young Mike.
Then maybe I'm not the person. When they think of Michael Jordan, I don't want them to think that he's black or white. I want them to think of him as a person.
It's futon. I'm a Christian. All right. Same OJ Simpson. I'm black. OJ said the same damn thing. Years later, when white folks gave him his ninja wake up, we're the ninjas. They try and lock me up. They said I did things. All right. Even Michael Jordan, when they was just up here talking about him at the NASCAR race, touching on the kid, which it wasn't inappropriate. It was, he was getting ice or whatever. Who was the first ones at the bat? Ninjas. Even us over here. I was doing it to my detriment. Even I didn't want to do it, but I did it. All right. So, but Mike will never do that for you ever.
Chris is crazy. I have never heard any other culture denounce their culture. I never heard Asians, Latinos, Middle Easterners say, I'm not that. I'm a human. No, you are your culture. You are your ethnicity. There are ties that bind us. No matter how you try to denounce it, can never respect. That's wicked. We got to stop doing that. And you are black. You are FBA. That's wild. Don't ever do that.
I was going to say, even if you don't want to get on the black train, which I can definitely understand,
yes,
acknowledge your melanin or whatever, indigenous, African, whatever you want to call yourself. Don't just be seeing like I'm human, because he wants to be white so bad. Hence, and he been invited into the club. Mike is an NBA owner. Mike is one of the only black men in the country who's been invited into these clubs. So he separates himself. He's not like the rest of you ninjas. He is exceptional on many levels, from the court to off the court, financially and these things, but he does not identify with y'all. So quit pestilizing him.
It's classism. Another thing that our culture doesn't talk about enough. Classism, man. It's not exactly. everything today, there's always going to be prejudice. Yes, there's always going to be injustice. Acknowledged, god dang it. But this is classism. That's what this is about. Shout out to John Hope Bryant. And then with classism, folks can start to get disconnected from their culture because they're too busy trying to connect to their class. You see, I think that's problematic.
To be followed. When they think of Michael Jordan, I don't want them to think that he's black or white. I want them to think of him as a person.
It was reported that Michael said, Republicans buy sneakers too.
I wasn't a politician when I was playing my sport. I was focused on my craft. I never thought of myself as an activist. I thought of myself as a basketball player.
Years later, Jordan would go on to defend his comments he made about Republicans buying sneakers, claiming that he said this while joking with some of his teammates and he never meant for it to be taken seriously. At just 23 years old, MJ wasn't just the face of the NBA. He was on his way to become the biggest marketing icon in sports history. Nike, Gatorade, McDonald's, just to name a few. Everything MJ touched seemed to turn to gold. So Jordan's silence after his sneakers comment made it clear he wasn't trying to be political at all. He wanted to protect his brand and image. And at the end of the day, MJ just wanted the ball. And he felt that athletes shouldn't involve themselves in social issues. At the time, Jordan was often compared to Muhammad Ali, not for how much they were alike, but for how different they were. Ali always spoke out on social issues, while Jordan chose to focus on just basketball. Both Ali and MJ are considered to be some of the greatest athletes ever, but they were so different outside of their sport. And it makes you question, should athletes just play the game or use their platform to speak up for something bigger?
Everybody in the world respects Muhammad Ali because he stood for something. Michael Jordan may be forgotten. Muhammad Ali won't be forgotten.
I don't know about that. It's a bold statement. But, I mean, here we are, two different characters in two different times. Obviously, I mean, Mike's image is everything. And he always knew that from the beginning. He's one of the first people to get the shoe deals and all these things. Mike is the first, one of one. Got it. Like I said, shout out to Dr. J and them. They was doing their thing. But Mike, he stepped into the game and took it over, winning all the championships, getting off the field or getting off the court. Started with the Wizards, right? He was owner and he played for the team. All right. He was the only played for the team he owned. Came out of retirement and said, I can play for my own team. All right. Even though he was old and washed up a little bit, he said, I can do it. And he did it. And then he moved on from them and he bought the Bobcats. So I guess he was a partial owner with the Wizards, but now he got majority stake, so only black man to ever do it in any sport. Correct me if I'm wrong. The only black man across any major sport to own a team, Michael Jordan.
Shout out to the athletic beast, the athletic monster that is the legend Michael Jordan. I like to look at people's origin stories. Anybody know Michael Jordan's origin story? I know you do, Mailbox. How he came up, his journey through athletics and grade school. Some of you don't know, Jordan was not always elite. It's my understanding that his high school coach told him he sucked and he should never play basketball. That's tough. I've had folks talk down on me as a kid when I was trying to get into athletics. I know what that feels like. So I like to look at that and really start to understand the person that Michael Jordan became. When he was trying to come up, yes, he wasn't good enough. You ain't good enough. That's how we got the villain now that is MJ, who says, I ain't black, I ain't white, I'm MJ. I don't agree with it, but I can understand that, man. He got that dog in him. That dog comes from folks not believing in him, so he kind of like a lone wolf. That's how you get these
Mike. Mike is a Southern guy from down south, come up in a family. His dad, mom, his dad passed away, was deleted actually. So that got a lot to do with it. Mike's dad was deleted. Some people say it was because of some gambling debt that he may have had, but he was deleted by they say it was a Nug character, I believe. And that could be some resentment. Some dude, robbed and deleted his dad in the carjacking. So, he took a couple years off the sport because I think that's when he retired the first time because of that. Took some time away. And Mike been battling his own demons his whole life. So even look at his kids, sins of the father. Now his son out here, getting caught snorting and acting wild. None of his kids lived up to the hype. They just trust fund babies.
That's the curse.
Now his old age, in his 60s, he's married to a white woman. All right. His first two baby mamas was black. He got kids by two black women. He married one of them. And then he got with this white woman. I think he got a couple kids with her now. So,
sheesh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Observe. Please, I urge us all to observe the journeys of folks like this. The rises and the falls, or the rise and the plateau, whatever the case may be. Just observe. Don't be so quick to criticize without context. We criticize, but give context and understanding. Shout out to the legend that is MJ.
So there you go. Yeah, I see one of y'all saying his daughter, he got her working for the brand, but his sons is screw ups. At least the one is for sure, for sure. And yeah, back in the day, people say, well, Jordan, and this is why I crack up when all the LeBron haters, so you got to put basketball aside, even though LeBron is a great basketball player himself, but Jordan is better. I mean, man, we talk about 1 and 2 or 1 and 2 and 3, however you want to number it, but people come for LeBron, who is raising his family, got his sons into the NBA and doing productive things. So yeah, be careful who y'all champion.
There you go. Yeah, two modern couples I like. I like LeBron and his wife, and I like the sister Chance and her. Tabby and Chance, Tabitha and Chance. Shout out to the Patreon. I covered a little short video on those two, man. So go check it out.
That part. And
appreciate you, OG Richai. Says Mr. Walker, there are 5 major conferences taking place in the hotels near and on North Michigan Avenue. Reason for the coach bus in the air. Okay, conferences. I've been proven wrong. Appreciate you, Manuel. Been a member for 3 months. Says Kareem ain't hardly the messenger. Uh-oh.
Well, there you go. That goes back to our video last week with Malcolm X. He said the entertainers and all that won't be our messengers, but he is an ally. I think y'all missed the point. There's a difference between he ain't the messenger, but he is an ally and he stands on our side. He makes it known to where Jordan is not. That's the distinction.
There you go.
Money, 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 money.
Appreciate you, OG Richai. Says Michael Jordan, former majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets. First former NBA player to become majority owner of an NBA franchise. Grant Hill is co-owner of the Atlanta Hawks. There's another great couple. Tell y'all, observe these successful couples. Grant Hill and his wife. What's her name? Tamia, the artist. There you go. Shout out to them.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to Baba T. Shout out to the OGs coming through tonight. Love it. Says Greg Hodges got blackballed from the NBA because he was telling Mike he could start his own company. Craig Hodges was deep. They got rid of him. He wore a kufi to the White House. Okay. Shout out and glory to the brother Craig. Okay.
There you go. So yeah, back in the day, a lot of them old timers was trying to plant bugs in Mike's ear. Mike was the protected one. And like y'all said, he was, like Mr. Walker was saying, he was cut from his junior high basketball team or whatever, 11th grade, 10th grade, one of them years. He got cut, 9th grade, whatever year it was. The greatest player ever was cut from the high school basketball team. The hell would talk bad. He straight up got cut, didn't make the team. So even when he was in North Carolina, he wasn't projected this because they would throttle him. That coach he played for, who was it, Dean Smith, I believe. It was all about his system. When no player bigger than my system. So he had, you had to play within his system. And people truly didn't know how great Mike was till they knew he was good, but he never got to use all his talent because they would suppress him.
See that? That creates a monster in the ambitious man. You're like, I'm trying to get out here and live out my purpose, and y'all hindering me. We humans, that's going to create a bit of a monster. Sorry, not sorry. Appreciate you, Nais. Says greetings, brothers. In chat, a little change for the pot, and we appreciate it.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So for all that, we definitely going to put MJ in the pit tonight.
MJ.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Yeah, I mean that, boy. If y'all ever see me with some J's on, might as well ask me for some twos and fews because I got it. I done probably hit the Powerball. I don't even play the Powerball.
Man, so here we go. We're going to keep it moving. Y'all see the title. We talking about stay woke. Are we financially broke or spiritually broken? All right, this next thing here, we've been meaning to get to this for a while, but last month, but we're going to finally talk about it. Shout out to the brother Asho Speed. All right, I see he went to Africa and did a 30-day tour like he did here in America, and he went across all the African states.
Amazing. Shout out to the young brother. Blessings to him. May he remain safe. What do you got going on, brother Speed?
But he exposed this dark truth. We're going to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I already seen that.
You already seen them?
Audio's buffering?
So basically,
How much do these cost?
so these are very exceptional diamonds. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the price of these ones. I'd have to concur with my manager.
How about like rough estimate?
Rough estimate.
These diamonds would be closer to between maybe 10 and 20. Between 5 and 3 million.
5 and 3 million?
US dollars.
What do you mean 5 and 3? You mean 3 to 5 million?
Yes, 3 to 5 million.
3 to 5 million?
Yes. As an estimate for just one of these.
Just one of these costs 3 million.
Just one of these. In US dollars. Yeah.
One of these costs $3 million.
That's a rough estimate.
That's a rough estimate.
What I just say.
We can't give you exact figure.
What?
Yeah.
Very valuable.
That's just an estimate.
What? So be about 5, 10, 15, 25 million is right here, right? Basically.
No, even more than that.
That's basically 25 million.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying. Math.
What?
Did you notice anything different between all of these?
Different states?
Yeah. So, as a sorting house, what we do is we sort these diamonds.
Okay, what if I want to buy these? I want to buy one of these diamonds.
If you want to buy one of these diamonds.
Yeah, who do I talk to?
You'd have to talk to De Beers or the site holders because we don't sell. We only have 2 customers.
De Beers!
But I can't be a customer. This is my first time in Botswana.
We can make arrangements for you to buy diamonds. Yes. But these are rough.
Yeah, I know, but what if I want to buy a rough diamond?
No. We only sell rough to 2 customers.
Impossible.
And then maybe you can talk.
Is that
So there you go. You know, this happened, I think, last month ago or so. And most people knew this, but he exposed it on the live stream. You know, he do everything live and he in there trying to buy a diamond. And the dude like, no, you cannot buy Rwanda or wherever he at, one of these African countries. And, you know, they like, we only have 2 customers that we sell diamonds that we do business with. And he like, well, you know, I need to buy one. Who I need to talk to? I can't buy one just from here. And they like, no, you cannot. All right. We cannot sell diamonds to our own people. They got to go through the process. White man.
He said the name. I've been up on this. Where you at, Sister Ebony Dean? Where my Freedom Ryan folks at? De Beers. The De Beers Diamond Company. Yes, definitely seen the movie Congo for sure. All the diamonds with the white apes. De Beers. There is no scarcity of diamonds. It doesn't exist. There is no scarcity. De Beers is documented for creating an artificial scarcity. They pay and harvest all these blood diamonds. They put them in a vault and they release them as they see fit. And they control the price with how often or not how often they release them. De Beers, pure wickedness.
I buy a rough diamond.
No. We only sell rough to 2 customers.
And then maybe you can talk.
Is that part of your contract? Y'all can only sell to those 2 customers.
That's part of the contract.
Okay.
And just to highlight, these are all natural diamonds. So we're selling the natural diamond stone. The natural diamond is forever. So these are from the ground, no synthetic, no diamond, no lab work. These are 100% natural diamonds.
From the 4 mines in China, we have 4 mines.
Fair enough, chap. Fair enough. I guess we can't buy a diamond here.
Wait, is this your first time touching a diamond?
I think maybe. Like a real diamond.
Yeah. A rough diamond. Well, we're glad
Daryl, you got my socks?
And these are diamonds. These are the smallest. We can even go to the big.
Hey, is this mic on or is this? What is it?
Chat, if this mic is on, everybody in Jacksonville, Botswana. We gotta keep it moving.
Okay.
Let's talk about what happened when Speed went to Botswana.
Fair enough. I guess we can't buy a diamond here.
Why couldn't he buy diamonds?
People are like, what do you mean?
What do you mean you can't just, the diamond's right there? Diamond trading in Botswana is heavily controlled by the government through Botswana Trading Company, Botswana and Okavango Diamond Company. These are the only companies permitted in Botswana to trade in rough stones, and they only sell to pre-approved buyers that buy the stones in ranges of tens of millions of dollars through an auction system. These auctions are done 10 times a year, therefore it is impossible to come to Botswana and buy a single rough diamond or two. For example, during the September auction period, ODC sold rough diamonds worth 150 million, while the July auction done by the Botswana company sold diamonds worth 400 million. Diamonds in Botswana are primarily owned through a partnership of the government and some private companies. First one being the De Beers Group, and the other one being Botswana. If you look at how the structure is organized, pretty much they have a bunch of diamonds in Botswana. And to mine them, they have this diamond company, the Botswana one, where it's 50-50. It's a joint venture between the government of Botswana and De Beers. And
so whatever diamonds they mine, they get 50.
Yeah. Like it'll be 50. They split like the proceeds, the revenue, and all type of shit. The De Beers Group is majority owned by Anglo-American, 85%, with the government of Botswana.
Yeah, the De Beers, the little hats. So that's in Israel. The De Beers coming straight out of Israel, and they doing the production. You dig them up, bring them to me. I'm going to make them fine and nice and get them jewelry ready, and we're going to partner up. So it's a whole racket, but you more than likely don't need them, but they've always had a stranglehold on the operation.
And now, because of the stranglehold X, you're right, now they do need them. There you go. Hey, they created this monopoly. Not only are we one of the, if not the only ones, like you said, that can cut these stones, we certify them. You see what I'm saying? So they create these monopolies where you have to go to these authorities like De Beers to get your stone, certified. So we won't even, your stone is worthless unless we say it ain't. It's wild madness. It's very triggering.
Holding 15% in that company. So
what's Anglo-American? Anglo-American refers to cultures and people of British and English heritage in
the British company.
British mining company. For all of you that didn't know.
These materials are mined in Botswana by people who are from Botswana, usually the mine workers whose life and living standards are usually terrible, slave-like conditions. Then those diamonds get shipped off to foreign markets, so much so that if you're a regular nigga in Botswana, you can't even buy the diamonds that are mined from your own ground because they only can sell to pre-approved buyers who are buying them for millions.
You can't even buy the shit that grow in your fucking country.
Which are coming from UAE, India, America, Israel, like
to make other people's countries and shit.
So those diamonds come from Botswana, are shipped straight out of Botswana. They get 50 on that, and then the De Beers Group, they get 85 on that.
They get 85.
If we're talking people on the ground,
they get zero.
Their wages are not
nothing for these niggas.
And we see that
those people in those mines touch
colonialism. They are being exploited and colonized. It still exists. This is modern day colonialism. The countries are still damn near third world. Yet they're sitting on billions of dollars of resources, making all these other countries filthy rich and watching these other countries come to power and be first world while they extract y'all resources.
Trillions of dollars of resources, if not more. I don't know what come after trillions, god dang it, gajillions of dollars. But that's why they keep Africa, what's it called? Destabilized. They continue to destabilize governments. Outside forces continue to poke and prod and keep the nations of Africa at odds with one another. It's beneficial to the De Beers family, to the small hats, to the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers of the world. They don't care. As a people, we got to do better. We got to get our financial and spiritual grounding and stop these cycles.
Man.
Money.
Shout out to the brother Blaine. We appreciate you. Says MJ in the pit is diabolical, but he earned it. He might be back. Appreciate you, brother Jezel. Good to see you, brother. Says paying my ties. Great show like always, brothers. Good seeing you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Shout out to the brother Blaine. Appreciate you. Says also, preach, Mr. Walker. Diamonds are not rare. De Beers engages in market manipulation to control prices and supply. Artificial supply and demand. It's wild.
And that goes back to my whole statement with the Jordans and all that. Stop putting so much value on this stuff. A diamond is worthless to me unless I'm getting them for free from somebody, unless I'm in a heist or something, but it ain't worth nothing.
When I went to go get my wife's engagement ring, Mr. X, I seriously consider getting one of the lab grown diamonds. From the research I've seen, there is no difference. It's just you're not into the club, and I folded. I didn't get it. Looking back now, I wish I would have got it with my broke self. Appreciate you, Sean Miller. Says, this is why I get mad at us blacks. White folks know how rich the land of Africa is. And 80% of blacks won't even go to Africa, but will go on vacay elsewhere. Appreciate you, Sean Miller.
Hello.
Billions of dollars damn near weekly, monthly.
And shit in their own country, and they can't get in my
pockets, nigga.
And you can't buy them if you're a nigga living there. We see all the instability that be going on in Africa. We see the media narrative that a lot of people are watching Speed and being like, oh my God, I was so
They got cars, they got Wi-Fi.
They fucking idiots. They put you so
Nigga, they
far.
can breathe. They had water the whole time.
I feel like
Yes.
I remember Matt was talking about that with like Mr. Beast and like making the wells when it's like,
Yes.
yo, we keep going with this narrative that they don't have like essential needs.
Yeah,
These
this
niggas
is
are
why there's a
raking
problem. So
400 million from niggas.
The reason why there's the narrative
Goodness
perpetuating
gracious.
that they don't have essential needs, because there is a lot of like low living standards, corruption problems happening in Africa. But you know what doesn't help that? The fact that these niggas can't even get their own resources to make the full money off of that to invest in whatever they need in the country for their people.
Imagine
And that goes back to expectations. So what, I mean, I would say they are exceeding expectations if you know the level of exploitation. All right. So it's unfortunate, but you know, they got no money to put back into the country. But there's bad parts of everywhere, even here in America. Hell, go into some of these hoods. They should not be as bad as they are, even in modern times. But even if you go back to the 60s and the slums and stuff, it was horrible. So it's crazy.
That is another thing folks always try to point out about the continent of Africa, that it's got all these things going on. Oh, it's got this crime. It's got these atrocities in certain areas. Africa is at least 3 times bigger than the continent of the United States. At least 3 times. Yeah, it's hard to wrap my mind around it being a project, baby. 3 times. So the crime you got in Chicago, Texas, New York, all these places, you know, Africa scoffs at that. It's way more people, way more wilderness, lions, tigers, and bears. Literally freaking oh my.
And
You know
the
what?
leaders come
Fuck you,
along.
beer. Imagine if the niggas say, you know what? Beer, whatever the fuck the beers, the beers, nigga, fuck y'all. We gonna take all the diamonds for ourselves and then distribute it.
They
to
get
every-
taken out in
Exactly.
they get fucking bombed.
Exactly.
That's what happens with
Drone strikes, deletions, genocides, all that type of wicked stuff. You either gonna keep work. Be glad we paying y'all. Be glad we don't just do it ourselves, even though we getting 85%, whatever they getting, wicked cuts they getting. But they say we can take the whole cut. We giving y'all something.
The only way y'all want to carry out this, y'all want to try to reclaim what's y'all's, what's ours. We want to reclaim what's ours from the De Beers and the small hats. We've told y'all the white man respects 2 things. Only 2 things. There's no exceptions. Money and lead. If you ain't got money or lead, don't start talking. Drone strike.
That's why they've been talking about Ibrahim Traore, because what he did is he's nationalized some of the industries in Burkina Faso and was like, yo, we should kick out the French, and the money that we're generating from this shit should go to serve the people of Burkina Faso. And that has made our foreign policy people perk up and be like, yo, we might need to kill that nigga, because that's exactly how they do it whenever someone in the global south, Africa, South America, whatever, wants to organize their country in a way that does not benefit America or Britain or XYZ, even if it does benefit the people who live in that country.
Yeah. He finds out he can't buy diamonds in Botswana. Wait till he finds out which country plays a big part in the diamond trade.
Fair enough. I guess we can't buy a diamond here.
Even though it produces the most diamonds in the world, Botswana has one of the poorest local diamond markets. It's crazy that iShowSpeed is like teaching the next generation. This is exactly what happened in China as well. There's a lot of like teens that are like, oh my God, I thought Africa was just like mud huts. I can't believe that it's like this beautiful continent full of, you know, developed nations.
And shout out to Speed. Like I said, even in 2026, people still think the entire country of Africa are in mud huts, walking around, you know, speaking wild languages and he went through the entire country I'm sorry, entire continent, hitting every country, showing all the little backs and doing the whole thing and expose people to this stuff on live. This is speed. It was, people were tuned into this, the whole world. And like he said, little white kids and Asian kids and people who are been fed propaganda. He said, hold on, this ain't what y'all said Africa is. He there having a good time. Speed was, having a good time showing y'all wonderful things that y'all didn't know was there.
This is the propaganda we were fed. This is one of the instances where it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility. It's not our fault that our media outlets here in the United States was feeding other places and us wicked content about Africa. Growing up, what was Africa to y'all? I know what it was to me. In the eyes of an angel, the little African boy with his old blowed out gut with the flies all on his face. That's what we all thought Africa was. It is not. One thing I also found out about Africa, as far as the wildlife, I like the Discovery Channel. As a kid, I used to think, where are my nerves at? I used to think the animals went to sleep at night. Like the lions and the gazelles all in the savannah, they don't go to sleep. It get ramped up at night. Shout out to these wild journalists that went there and got that footage of Africa in the Serengeti at nighttime. It is pure chaos. But yes, Africa is much more than what the United States made it out to be. Appreciate you, Sean Miller. Says, this is why I get mad at us blacks. Oh, we got that one. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. Thought we missed it. Here we go.
States. And it's crazy that people even thought that wasn't the case. But then also, low-key, he's just like educating his fan base on, colonial exploitation. Take a wild guess who owns the companies that they are allowed to sell their own diamonds to. Let's be real. Israel plays a big role in the diamond extraction process, okay? It's true.
Bye-bye, Israel! So, I Show Speed went to Botswana. And Botswana is one of the most diamond-rich countries on earth. He went and he tried to buy a rough diamond. And he found out you can't. Because access to rough diamonds is controlled at the top. And De Beers has been one of the most powerful names in that pipeline. Today, De Beers is valued at about $4.9 billion. But the average Botswanan is living on just a few dollars a day. So how did one company become that powerful? Now you gotta look at the man behind it. And his name is Cecil Rhodes. And Rhodes wasn't just a businessman, he was a colonizer. He believed that Africans were meant to be ruled, removed, and replaced. And he said it himself. He said, I contend that we are the first race in the world, and the more of the world that we inhabit, the better it is for the human race.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you. See what we saying? All right, so this stuff goes deep. Colonization. We've been colonized by these white folks. He said, I believe they are meant to be ruled, removed, and replaced. Just keep breeding them, rule over them. If they get out of line, remove them.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to get upset. As melanated folks, I guess when dealing with the colonizer, he's a warmonger. He's out here for rage, blood, and conquest. Shout out to the Crusades. Shout out to the Christian Crusades. Us, we are more in tune with nature. We trying to elevate to our higher self. We trying to get understanding of self, nature, the physical, metaphysical, things like that. White man, like, I got a sword and I got this toolie. Give me your ish. We not warmongers by nature, man. That's why we were colonized like this. I hate that for us, but the fight goes on. We still here out of spite.
And I was going to say, brother Postman, is that where the term comes from? As far as the Rhodes Scholar, it don't come from this ninja, do it?
I wouldn't be surprised. Huh.
Cecil Rhodes. So I know about the Rhodes Scholar, but I didn't know it came from this. Like you say, anything, it's safe to say at this point, anything came from something dark. About 90% of everything has a dark history. That's just what it is.
Rhodes Scholar, former President Bill Clinton. I'm looking up. I don't see nothing about them. I'm gonna look it up though.
Okay, nonetheless, here we are.
The more of the world that we inhabit, the better it is for the human race. If there be a God,
He would like me to paint as much of the map of Africa British red as possible. And his company, the British South Africa Company, didn't build its empire peacefully. They enforced colonial expansion through violence, massacres, and military campaigns, and they killed thousands of African people, and they did not spare women or children. So when Speed realizes that Botswana has diamonds, but people can't freely access them, what does that mean? It's not a coincidence. It's colonial capitalism. It's extraction. It is an empire built on African land and African blood.
It is after him.
They have the original blood diamonds. And if you didn't know, now you know.
We have these diamonds in Africa, but Africans cannot buy diamonds.
So there you go. I mean, the folks there, ain't nothing they can do about it. This is just be aware. Calling the people say go back to Africa, I don't know. That's questionable. They still being colonized heavy.
Shout out to Brother Mailbox Sports. Appreciate you, brother. The Rhodes Scholarship was established in 1902 through the will of Cecil John Rhodes, Mr. De Beers, a British mining magnate and politician who served as Prime Minister of the Cape Colony. How do we know he's a colonizer? He's part of a damn colony. Shout out to Brother Mailbox. There we go. Learn something today for sure.
In their own country, in their own continent. This is colonialism 1.1. This is what colonialism means. Imagine, most of the Africans don't know how diamond even looks like. You cannot touch it. The people in Botswana currently, majority of them cannot even see diamonds with their naked eyes, but it is in their own country. Let's say even they have the ability to buy it, they cannot buy it, but they would have to go to Europe or America to buy it because those companies are based on, Europe and in America mostly. Could you imagine how outrageous this is? And ISO Speed was also not given the permit to fly his drone in Namibia. That is why he canceled his journey in Namibia. Why? Because if you go to Namibia, you see the areas where white people live and where black people live. You are going to still see that colonialism is still on the continent in Africa. That is why we should support the ideologies of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger in those leaders to decolonize our people. In fact, people who are standing there, Africans, telling him that you cannot buy these diamonds here. Why are those people, not complaining about this? How many years should these things go on? People on the continent, you have your own minerals, but people cannot even buy it on the continent. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, please.
Yeah, that's wild. Like you say, everybody going along because, like you said, you will be deleted, or something, hands chopped off, all type of punishment. There will be stern punishment if you get out of line. Like you said, God bless America. It's bad here, but it's much worse other places.
This is our home. I've thought about that often, man, as we grow older, where we're going to lay our permanent roots. Shout out to my wife. We've lightly entertained going to other places, other continents, but yeah, I don't know. I dare I say I'm comfortable here with this struggle, with this fight. I know how to navigate it. I got my tools. I can do it. Can I take my tools over there? Then we could talk. As long as I could take me some white man's munitions, I pretty much go everywhere.
This video of I Show Speed and Botswana is blowing people's mind. Let me explain why this matters. But first, I'm Pamela, a lawyer, GIA certified diamond expert, and founder of Lola Day, an African-owned, responsibly sourced fine jewelry brand that gives back. Now, Botswana is one of the top diamond producing countries in the world. They produce over 20% of the global diamond supply. But they only have two types of buyers, De Beers and a small group of elite companies called site holders. Think of a site holder like an ultra exclusive membership with direct access to the mines. There are only about 70 site holder companies in the entire world. It's invitation only. And to even qualify, insiders estimate you must commit to buying at least $15 million worth of rough diamonds per year from De Beers. So most jewelers, even successful ones, will never get to buy directly from Botswana. Here's the path a natural diamond can take. From the African mine to De Beers, to the site holders, the cutters, polishers, wholesalers, jewelers.
And think about, golly, the De Beers.
Invitation only. And to even qualify directly from Botswana, here's the path a natural diamond can take. From the African mine.
From the African mine, right? So from the African mine, we learned that the De Beers are partners with the Africans 50-50. So at that point, the De Beers is getting a 50-50 split right from the mine, and they ain't got to do nothing but be in partnership. They don't have to employ anybody, give anybody health insurance. anything. They just gotta be in partnership, and then the African country gotta do all the work. They gotta find the laborers, get the diamonds. And so at that point, the De Beers are 50-50 partners.
And the market they have set up is got to be unprecedented. Not only do they have this monopoly and artificial scarcity, they also bully you into staying apart. If you get invited to the club, now you are obligated to spend $15 million a year with them at least. De Beers is doing this, obviously. Shout out to these luxury brands, Ferrari, Hermes, if I'm saying that correctly. Once they allow you, Mr. X, once they allow you, Ninja, to spend your hard-earned money, now, since we allowed you to spend your money, next year when we drop this new bag, when we drop this new Ferrari, when we release these new rough cut diamonds, we gonna simply send you an invoice. That's it. We're going to just send you an invoice. Assume the sale.
African mind to De Beers, to the site holders, the cutters.
And there we go. That's why I wanted to stop it real quick. You know, the De Beers are 50-50 partners with the African mines. And then they got these site holders, which she said there's 70 of them. And they have to spend at least, $15 million. And the De Beers get an 85% cut of that. They get an 85% cut of whatever comes from these shareholders outside of that 50-50 that they just got from the mine. So, I mean, it's a whole monopoly.
This is for those elites like that. Money ain't even a tool, man. Money is not even an object. It's all about power and influence at that point. I don't want no parts of it.
Holders, the cutters, polishers, wholesalers, jewelers/retailers, and then to you. A natural diamond can pass through 7 to 15 different hands before it reaches your fingers. And with each hand, another markup. Here's how we got here. In 1967, Botswana discovered massive diamond deposits. At the time, they were a newly independent country, rich in natural resources, but one of the poorest countries in the world, with little to no expertise in diamond mining and no access to global markets. De Beers at that time controlled about 80% of the world's diamond supply. They had the expertise, they had the capital, and most importantly, the market access. In 1969, De Beers and Botswana together formed Debswana, a 50-50 joint venture. To Botswana's credit, they've negotiated better terms over the years and used diamond revenues to transform their economy. But here's what hasn't changed. De Beers still controls the distribution. De Beers still controls the pricing. And De Beers still controls who gets access through the site holder system. So when Speed asks, why can't I buy this from you? This is why. African countries mine the diamonds, but they don't control the supply chain. The wealth leaves Africa. And African businesses almost entirely locked out of the top tiers of this value chain. We're nearly invisible, not because we lack talent or expertise, but because of systemic issues basically designed to keep people out. This is exactly why what I do matters. As a proud African, Nigerian, a lawyer and GIA certified diamond professional, less than 1% of other globally certified diamond professionals look like me and have my credentials. The barriers to entry are intentionally high, but I'm here anyway. Follow Shop Lola Day for more.
There you go. Shout out to this sister. And the net of it, you know, these diamond companies got a stranglehold on it. So, I mean, the De Beers, and people will say, well, why don't these countries just, stop doing business with them? They will simply be wiped off the map. And then the De Beers will hire their own employees and send them into the mines. Maybe Mexicans or something, who knows? Chinese, they'll send somebody down there for pennies on the dollar. Somebody gonna do it.
It's a stronghold. We talked about this. Different nations come in, the De Beers. Trust and believe. There is most likely some folks in Africa that are fond of the De Beers family. Yeah, they definitely got some people up on the pedestal living good. Got to have the folks that look like you're doing good, so you think you can get there as well. But they build infrastructure. So De Beers came in and, they built roads to the mines. They built a little hospital, little medical center, and that is a lot to the locals, and they use that against them. It's all about leverage. Like, y'all don't want to play? We gonna disrupt and blow up these roads. We're going to stop supplying the hospitals and stuff with resources, and then see where y'all are. Straight bullying.
Listen, if they stop selling them diamonds, they're going in and start just deleting people. They ain't about to play around. You talking about billions of dollars a month? They're not about. You ain't gonna say, "Oh, we done selling y'all diamonds," or "We want a new deal." Same thing. Y'all just see what America did with Venezuela. These people don't play. You gonna sit here and start to tell us what the oil cost and this and that? We'll simply come in, remove you, and put our own people in place. Now that was done much cleaner, right? So it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah. See, yeah, you're right. I hate to acknowledge that in them. Yeah, we could do something. Ain't got to fight you, money or lead. What you got? What's your negotiation tactics? Better get some lead. Appreciate your sister hanging with Courtney and Haven Hair Care Products. We appreciate your sister. Says, I mean, that's like growing your own fruits and vegetables, but needing permission from someone else to sell them or eat them. Gotta get written permission.
Man.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
And here we go. I will say this thing here is a much deeper issue. So shout out to the brother I Show Speed for getting the conversation started. Well, I'm gonna pull this video up. Check this out. This is the Elmina Castle. I'm sure y'all know what this is.
Every black person living should go to Ghana and see them slave castles so you can see what they did to us. You got to see what they did to us. You got to see how they built these dungeons underground and they put these churches on top and they dug holes in the ground to pump the music or what they call their Christianity into the holes while, man, they did. Let me explain something to y'all.
So, yeah, this was one of the biggest slave ports here. You know, they would put us underground and built churches on top of the tunnels and whatnot. You know, this stuff still stands today. These huge castles and, you know, it's a whole deal. Wow.
Yeah.
And they will pump the Christianity down into the tunnels.
What else y'all need to hear, man? Like y'all, I don't know. I don't need to see Steve Harvey. I don't have to see it. I knows it. I believes it. I pay homage and honor to my ancestors every daggone day. Absolutely, I ain't got to go see it. I believe it. I ain't got to walk in them catacombs and them rooms and them corridors and feel that wicked energy. I don't know. Maybe someday make it a vacation.
There we go. So we went through all this, and then some folks say we end up here. And the slave said, Jesus, please help me. Jesus said, obey your earthly master as you would obey me.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Now you go ahead and stop all that fussing and whining, boy. And you go ahead and you get dangled up and you make some nice, mighty fine, strange fruit. Absolutely not. Too many of our leaders, too many of our freedom writing brothers and sisters have said the same thing. Shout out to Muhammad Ali, one of our recent ones. You know, if the God you are serving is not working for you, find something else. This is another conversation to be had. Y'all don't want to have it. A lot of blasphemy going on. Well, yeah, we had a conversation someday when y'all mature.
That part. So after that, you know, they come with this passage here. It says, why is slavery in the Bible? Why would a loving God allow anyone to own anyone? Did you know your loving God allows slave masters to beat their slaves as long as they didn't delete the slave, and he or she could recover in a couple days? He says it's in the Bible. So here we go. And if a man beats his male or female servant with a rod so that he deletes under his hands, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he remains alive a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his property. Exodus 21:20-21. He says, waiting for the you took that out of context comments.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They don't talk about this. I'd have been I grew up in the churches. For those of you that don't freaking know, yeah, never heard one sermon preached on that. I've asked questions about this scripture before, and I was shunned and scoffed at. But it is what it is. It's the slave Bible. There are some good lessons in the Bible, but the Bible we were given is incomplete. The Queen James Bible, the Bible we were given with the name of a man that was a rainbow slave owning, torturing mother sucker. That's what we want to sit here and read and idolize. But again, once y'all mature.
That part. So in this moment, we're going to take all these colonizers to the pit.
Straight pits of hell.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Come on, man. Talk to him. Listen here. Shout out to, the rogue brother that was JC, as they like to call him. The kingdom of God is within us. We got to stop looking outward. That's wicked. Absolutely insane. Too many scriptures, state that, the same power that is within God is within us. Joshua stated, that the kingdom of God is within us. We share his reflection. All these things. Got to stop looking outward, looking for the bearded white man in the sky. Don't exist. Look, if you look and search within, a lot of folks are scared to do so because you're going to find the answers. And some of y'all can't handle the truth. It's unfortunate.
In that part. And shout out to the brother Kanye West. He say they make us love their wealth and hate ourselves, i.e. these Jordans. Stay woke. To hell with these diamonds, all this material stuff. Just listen. If it keep you warm, all right, don't matter if you got a hole in it, do. If you can't afford it, it is what it is. Prioritize. All right, make sure the babies is good. So we talked about a lot tonight, man. Hopefully we said, are we financially broke or spiritually broken? A little bit of both, it seems.
Yes, heavy on the spiritual. Because that spiritual connection, that really will help us. I am a spiritual being, man. I don't like the physical realm is dull and goofy. Got to be more spiritually awakened. And I like what you said, Mr. X, about the clothes. Like I said, I learned a lot from you as far as being frugal. You and my father-in-law, y'all one in the same. But I found myself recently out with my son shopping for his school clothes as he's growing like a tree. And, when he got us some shoes. When he got some tennis shoes, go put some nice shoes on your feet, some nice Nikes or something. But we in the store like a Dick's. And I said, look, you get some shoes. I said, and here's another option. I said, you can either get a Nike hoodie and a Nike pair of pants, or you could come to Walmart with me where I get my athletic wear and get you 3, 4, 5 outfits for the price of this one. And talk about a proud dad moment. He was like, we go to Walmart. Dad go right. It ain't about his shoe. Man, shout out to Shaq. Whoa, Shaq got popping in Wally World with the Reebok. Mr. X, never in our days growing up, we'd have thought Reebok would be sold at Walmart. But it is what it is, man. We got to teach our kids. Assets, shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Assets over liabilities. Simple math, simple sciences. Only acquire liabilities that are covered by assets. John Hope Bryant delivered that message to me via reel. He said he wanted to get him a fancy car, a Rolls Royce. And he said he was talking to his lady, and, they were going over some things. They was going over their budget, millionaires. And the wife said, you can get that Rolls Royce, but first make sure finish that deal with them income properties, and there's your Rolls Royce money. You don't clock in to pay for liabilities. Assets cover those liabilities. And if those assets start not to produce like they were, that's when you find. I used to wonder, Mr. X, working at the dealerships, seeing folks come into the dealership trading in a Mercedes and a Range Rover for a Honda Accord. That ain't stupid. They are making the necessary adjustments. Black folks would never do that, ever. But there you go. Assets over liabilities.
That's true. So stay woke, folks. All right. Even Umar said it. And we talked about Umar tonight. All right. We had a long discussion. If you're just coming in, you got to catch the beginning of the show. Umar is taking steps to get the school open, and he is beating his chest the whole way. All right. His ego is through the roof. So here we are.
Come on, man. It would be so nice to have a humble and productive Umar. This chest beating, clout chasing, King Kong of fraudulent activity. Please, brother. Please. But I'm get how you live. My gripe is what's the trade-off? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Your clout chasing and rage baiting, or your reputation and your legacy? Because they go hand in hand. You can't separate the two. I see folks is trying, but no, you are who you present to be up here on Kevin Samuels Internet. Tread lightly.
And shout out to Baba T in the Cash App. He come through with a 5 ball. He says, y'all praying to the same God who prayers. I'm not sure if you're saying white answers or God. Not sure what say GT answers.
Yep. You praying to the same God that your owner prays to. He in there drinking some cool to drink, you know what I'm saying, hunching on your lady. His prayers being answered. You are suffering. It is. Listen, I know how y'all feel about. I know how y'all feel about y'all bibble. Appreciate you, J. Rowe, the real heel. Says, thank you guys. Learned a ton tonight. There we go. We did something.
Appreciate you. Yeah! So listen, we made it through another crazy show. Like the brother said, I think we all learned something. And that's a cause for pause to digest this stuff. All right. I know we live in such a microwave internet society where we just moving on to the next thing and keeping things so fast paced, but it's digest some of this information, and some of these things, and really let it sit on your conscience. Don't be just leave here and go, watching some mukbangs and just start going down rabbit holes and all that.
Mr. X, that's smart. Much, much easier said than done. We are in the doom scrolling era. All constantly being, distracted. It's unfortunate, but I agree with that. There is nothing more powerful than sitting in silence to yourself. That's when God speaks to you. This is studied. This is acknowledged amongst the scholars. Sit inside. I sit in silence and darkness, or I'll just sit and let some nice classical music play. I don't care. Y'all laugh at me. I do. And I think, or as y'all would say, manifest. As a child, some of my elders used to laugh at me. They'd say, what you doing sitting there? I said, I'm thinking. And I would be 12, 13 years old, and 35 and 40-year-old adults would laugh at me for thinking. Well, guess what? That thinking is paying off, you jab chickens. So y'all make sure y'all do some thinking as well on your way out, and hit the like and the subscribe button if you don't mind, please and thank you. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Make sure y'all are subscribed to all Tree channels, not just Truth Over Lies. Make sure you subscribe to Single by Choices and the Cart Before the Horse channel as well. And you don't want to miss out on the Patreon content. Shout out to my botched live stream this yesterday. Might have a pop-up tomorrow. I gotta redeem myself. I'm mad as a rattlesnake. That's all right. I'm gonna cook something up. Shout out to Mr. X teaching me how to put together a show. I'm getting it together. Look out. Most likely there will be a Patreon pop-up tomorrow. I gotta redeem myself. I'm losing sleep.
And there you go. And we'll also be there this Friday. So Mr. Walker be there tomorrow, more than likely. will be Single by Choices Thursday, and back into Patreon for a show. It is First Friday.
There we go. So keep your ears and eyes to the cart before the horse streets, and y'all might see us every day this week till next week. There we go.
So shout out to all the sponsors tonight in the Cash App, Baba T. Shout out to Sister Ebony Dean. We appreciate you.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Who else we got here? Richai Media. Shout out to Frederick Howard. Everybody gifting memberships. Stuntman Kareem come through. Where we at? Petty Sama.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Shout out to Richai Media coming through supporting all night. Baba T, the brother Blaine. Shout out to the sister hanging with Courtney. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe. Check her out. Go over there, get your hair care products, and learn about fasting and juicing and eating clean.
There you go. Shout out to the sister hanging with Courtney. I see you out of the leave-in conditioner my wife was looking for, but great products. Yeah, that's my point. Make sure you go ahead and get some. She definitely be selling out. Shout out to the sister. Much success, sister. Appreciate you. You and the fam.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
That part, you and the fam. And shout out to brother JR, first time seeing you. So I think we all learned a ton tonight. Like I said, digest it, and we'll be back up here. Like I said, tomorrow, Patreon, SBC Thursday, and we moving.
Be there or be square. Is Dr. Umar going to finally get that school open? I don't care nothing about no X-Files. I don't care nothing about what wild honky white man got going on. I want to know how we are progressing. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If he can open that school, he got my blessings. We're going to find out. We're going to keep our journalists' ears and eyes to the street, and we're going to report it.
Then we can really hold them accountable. That was my thing. You get it open. Then I could break my talons out. Like you say, all this stuff is fun, it's entertaining. He baiting people, but get the school open. Give us something tangible. Give us some grade scores. Give us some school conditions. What's on the lunch menu? You know what I mean? Then, let's see a kid go from, after 1 year being there, what do they know? Like, we can really start picking stuff apart, but right now it's premature, in my opinion.
There you go. And I believe that good will always prevail. So even through his ego and egregious behavior, if he can produce a tangible product with our children, I truly believe that the masses will get behind him. But this is also kind of a social construct. Folks like winners. It is what it is. And right now, Umar don't look like he winning, he losing. And we are fickle. We don't like losers or runner-ups. We like winners. So if he starts producing wins, I think the folks will come.
That part. So until tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we here all week. Be there. Join the Patreon now. No, like you said, no better time. We got a bunch of shows coming up this week. You don't want to miss it.
There you go. Big shout out to the Patreon. If you want a chance to win any of our exclusive merch, you want to be part of the Patreon. And when I do start selling my handmade jewelry, you definitely got to be part of the Patreon if you want to have access. Shout out to the beers.
That part. So appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out Sister Ola Wall, Ebony Dean dropping them links. We appreciate you, sisters. Sister Ree Pink, all the ladies in the chat.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Ebony Dean and Olawa, the two best moderators in the game. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all.
So until next time, I'm Gavin X.
I am Mr. Walker.
And we are Carpet for the Horse Productions.
A good evening.
We're trying to get you old now. Viral online.
Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets where he need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kiss. Break generational suffering. Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets where he need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men.
Not Berry Boys.
Not Berry Boys.